It's time for Mount Vernon Rams Baseball on WMIX, on your radio at AM 940 and online at mywithersradio.com. Rams Baseball is presented by the official voice of the Mount Vernon Rams, Banterra Bank. Banking with local style. The Mount Vernon Rams on WMIX are also sponsored in part by Ford Square and King City Chrysler. You can count on us, Community First Bank of the Heartland. Welcome back to Personal Banking. State Farm Insurance Agent Tony Wilt. Like a good neighbor, State Farm is there. Second Chance Auto. Good Samaritan Regional Health Center. Raising a hospital. Raising the bar. Schmidt Chevrolet of Mount Vernon. Rend Lake College. Visit your virtual counselor at rlc.edu. And also by the Orthopedic Center of Southern Illinois, Heartland Accounting, All Stars and Stitches, Bean Insurance, Central Christian Church, and People's National Bank. It's time to join Chris Hugo and Danny Czerwinski in the 94 Sports Mobile Studios for Mount Vernon Rams Baseball. The Rend Lake College pregame show starts now.
And we welcome you to Givaldi Field here in the Benton City Park. Chris Hugo with Danny Czerwinski alongside for your Rend Lake College pregame show where the 6-1 Mount Vernon Rams are on the road against the 5-0 Benton Rangers. Of course, Danny, we know a lot about the Rangers, not only through yourself, who has been able to do many Ranger baseball games over the years, but been able to see them a time or two myself. And this is a team that comes with a loaded senior class. It's been much talked about over the past few years. And this is the year that many expect this Ranger team to make a sizable run in Class 2A.
A sizable run it is, and this team here has been on some potential last couple of years. Lots of success at junior high level in Vincent. And then, of course, moving up to the high school level. Red Sun, their sophomore year, 2 years ago, they were in the regional final against Mount Carmel. Last year, advanced to the sectional final, losing to AJ. So they've got some big expectations over here in Benton right now. But again, the differences in drawing up of the postseason has really kind of taken them back a little bit because they're in with the regional with DuQuoin and Pinckneyville, which will prove to be very testy to get out of there.
Of course, we're going to be tested here today for time on your RLC pregame at Rend Lake College. You get a quality education and save thousands. Log on to rlc.edu. See which of the more than 100 degree and certificate programs is right for you. We need to take a quick break. When we come back, we'll have more pregame as well as your Central Christian Church batting orders. This is Rams Baseball on WMIX.
Stick a reminder on your phone. Jot it down on the calendar. Or tie a string on your finger. Don't miss the Saturday Sports Show every week after the 8 o'clock news on AM 940 and mywithersradio.com. Scores, guests, content, networking, knowledge, the occasional argument, yada, yada, yada. We do it all. You might say we're a little versatile. It's the Saturday Sports Show on WMIX and mywithersradio.com, courtesy of Crossroads Community Hospital.
Change is good. Change is also easy with People's National Bank's Switch Kit. Simply follow a few easy steps to discover what banking with a true community-focused bank is like. Hi, this is Star Reed with People's National Bank in Mount Vernon. Stop by and let me show you how easy it is to start banking with People's National Bank. People's National Bank, member FDIC.
This is Chase Landers with Landers Collision Centers. Our new Mount Vernon location is bigger and better than ever, allowing us to be the best at repairing your ride and offering premium detailing. We're fully equipped to handle your vehicle and get it back on the road faster and like it rolled off the showroom floor. Landers Collision Centers believes in maintaining the highest quality repairs in the collision repair industry. We also believe in making sure your insurance claim is handled quickly and even give you a car to drive while we restore yours. Now, we're also equipped to offer everyday premium detailing. We'll restore that showroom shine and that new car smell. That's right. We'll be more than happy to clean up your ride and get it ready for any occasion. Any vehicle that comes to Landers with over $2,500 in damages is entitled to 2 absolutely free details per year, with an opportunity to keep our work looking spectacular as long as you own your vehicle. This is Chase Landers with Landers Collision Centers in Mount Vernon. Big or small, Landers fixes and details them all. Call us at 1-888-LANDERS. Whenever you need us, that's 1-888-LANDERS.
For more content, like WMIX Sports on Facebook. Back to the Rams on WMIX.
And we welcome you back to Givaldi Field in the Benton Community Park. Chris Hugo and Danny Czerwinski alongside for your Rend Lake College pregame show. Visit Rend Lake College online and see how you can save thousands on your education. RLC.edu. Of course, Danny, we were talking about the 5-0 Benton Rangers before we went to the break and that loaded senior class. But you take a look at these Mount Vernon Rams. Lost their first game of the season, Game 1 against Mattoon on Saturday. Rebounded to get a win in Game number 2. 6-1 on the year, but no slouch in the quality department themselves.
Well, it's a crazy week here for Mount Vernon. The the Rams have played obviously a big schedule early, and now we'll play a bigger schedule this week. Effingham, Montini, Altoff, and DuQuoin all through this week, if weather permits and holds out like it is today. Benton, of course, played some difficult teams as well. Played DuQuoin, walk-off home run, won that one, as well as Waltonville Fester-Valier. Throw in the fact they also played El Dorado among their 5 wins. So 2 teams that have played a lot of competition over the years, and, again, this should be a very good game.
And we expect it to be. This one last year at this particular facility, a little bit on the lopsided, and we're still trying to find that Wes Mason home run that he hit out towards the right. And I think it even eclipsed the JV field.
Or the vapor trail still showed up over there when I pulled in.
Oh, man. We probably need to get to the Central Christian Church batting orders where we need to meet the first, the visiting Mount Vernon Rams.
Well, the Mount Vernon Rams will lead off at short. Number 4 is Zach Jones. Batting second and center will be Landon Thomas. Batting third at third, Zane Saunders. Catching will be Grant Garrett in the cleanup spot. Batting fifth in the DH position, actually Colin Young. He's DH for the starting pitcher Jared Hampus. Batting sixth is left fielder Pat Bradford. Batting seventh is second baseman Matthew Williams. And batting eighth is right fielder Clayton Reeves. And for some reason, I'm off a batter, but that's part of the starting lineup as I will go through and try to find out who I left off somewhere. How's that grab you?
Hey, that happens from time to time.
That happens when you're rushing around trying to get stuff done.
I don't know. That's the story of my life. Zach Jones to lead off. Landon Thomas, Zane Saunders, Grant Garrett, Colin Young, Pat Bradford, Trevor Flota.
I left him.
Oh, you left off Dookie. That'll happen once.
That'll happen this time of year.
When March Madness got inside you.
Yeah.
Speaking of which, you can catch every Final Four game, of course, the 3 games of the Final Four, on WMIX FM Saturday and Monday. We'll have the semifinals and the national championship game for you on 94.1. Incredible things are happening at Central Christian Church in Mount Vernon. Of course, log on to thenewscentral.com where you can watch the Friday night and Sunday services. It's thenewscentral.com. Central Christian Church, loving God and loving people. Tyler Leffler, the right-hander, will be on the mound here. He's going to Bradley next year. It will be Trey Garrett behind the plate, Mason Childers, Jared Johnston, Cody Smith, Ethan Hughes from third to first. Left fielder will be Cameron Rock. Out in center it will be Scott Johnson. In the right field, it will be Bo Gibbs for the Benton Rangers. Tried to go by memory, but I'd forgotten some of the first names. That'll happen. Been a year.
Been a year. Not a lot of turnover, though. Both these teams with a lot of returning players, especially Benton.
My phone's freezing on me.
It's happened
there we go.
From time to time out in this neck of the woods over the years, as I've learned.
First pitch temperature should be somewhere around 73 degrees Fahrenheit. Of course, it's sunny. Winds out of the east, expected to be about 7 to 9 miles per hour most of the game. So out of the east.
Well, this little field, and you say little because deepest part of the park's 350 and 305 down the lines. The ball jumped out of here pretty quickly, even with the bats that have been changed.
Call me nuts, but I think out of the east would be blowing in towards home plate. Yeah, there we go. We have that established. Of course, we're about ready to go here. From Eovaldi Field, Benton Community Park, the Rams took this one last year against the Rangers. I believe swept. It'll be one of those days. I had too many sunflower seeds before I got here. Here comes the first pitch from Leffler. It'll be a strike on the outside corner to the left-handed Zach Jones, and your first pitch comes at 4:24.
We'll see a lot of people pitching in this game. Both teams, a lot of games this week.
Might see a committee situation. Here's Jones. Will foul the next one off. Falls behind 0-2 to Tyler Leffler.
Leffler, the number 2 pitcher on this staff, as Trey Garrett is their ace. Several options, though. Cody Smith, Mason Childers, among others, that can throw for the Rangers.
As we wait to 0-2. That'll miss high. 1 ball, 2 strikes to Jones. Of course, lead off the season with a Banterra Bank free checking account. Banterra Bank, banking with local style, member FDIC. Jones, Thomas, Saunders will get a start here for Benton. The 1-2's on the way to Zen. Take it up and away, 2-2.
Coulter has arrived late.
I see Coulter over the left shoulder.
Yeah, complaining about the start time like we have something to do with it. We don't have the orange mitt today with us.
No, we don't. I was trying to get the orange sleeve in effect. It didn't work. 2-2's coming. That's going to be popped foul. We'll get over the third base dugout. It will. It'll stay 2 balls and 2 strikes as the pitch count already 6. Make that 5 on Tyler Leffler. Beautiful day for baseball. I have to watch the sun lines on the old noggin with the headset. Leffler gets set. Here comes the 2-2 yet again to Zach Jones. He'll take it high. The count's full.
Sometime last year, Leffler, the pinch, he can throw hard. He is a shortstop, middle infielder by trade. can pitch. Sometimes he gets ahead, works ahead, and then loses back in the count. Does throw a lot of pitches at times.
He can throw quite a few. Here comes the full count offering. That's going to be a foul ball off the shin.
And you like Jones as a leadoff hitter, Chris, to get up here and get as many pitches as you can as he heads into his 8th pitch here from left. It gives your guys in the dugout in the lineup lots of time and lots of pitches to look things over.
You're going to have to bear down here if you're Zach Jones, the lefty against the righty. Here comes Leffler's offering on the full count, and that'll miss. So leadoff walk issued to Zach Jones, puts a runner aboard for Landon Thomas.
Battle of co-workers today amongst their kids playing in this game.
Yeah, explain a little bit about that.
Yeah, my co-workers, 5th grade teacher Lynette Leffler, her son Tyler pitching for Benton today, and one of my other co-workers, Sean Williams, her son Matthew, plays second for the Rams today. So battle of co-worker kids in this game.
And it won't be the first time that'll happen. We can explain more on that in a little bit as the first pitch to Landon Thomas crosses the plate for strike number 1.
Oh, we also work with one of the trade players. So, it's their mom. So it's quite a sports avenue in Benton right now.
That is
Woodlawn.
Everywhere. Nothing in 1 the count with a runner on and nobody out. They'll check on Jones. It'll get away. He'll go ahead and try for second base. Should get there without a problem. He'll put a runner in scoring position, give an RBI chance to Landon Thomas.
Error on the first baseman. That ball hit him right in the mid. Great pickoff throw. Hit the first baseman Hughes in the mid, and the ball got away and bounded down that first base line. And once it hits you in the mid, you got to catch that ball. Rams get a break. Runner in scoring position. Nobody out.
What a beautiful sunny day from Eovaldi Field in the Benton City Park. Leffler on the hill out of the stretch. We'll see what the right-hander comes with here on 0-1. To Landon Thomas. Looks in, fires, and just misses inside. Kevin Hall, your home plate umpire. Brian Wyant is your infield ump. 1-1's the count on Thomas.
It's a big inning for Benton or Mount Vernon to jump out on top here.
Team that is not used to being behind, but if they are, can certainly come back from behind as they proved against DuPont.
Yeah, they've been behind rarely in their first 5 games. They lost 3 to Rainout last week, though.
1-1's coming. That's
got a time. Catcher called timeout. Trey Garrett wanted to get with the signs, and say Mr. Jones is out there doing some things, and
he's pretty pesky with that.
Trey Garrett. I won't say. I don't want to give away the system, but Jones has a system out there at second, signaling back to home plate. Some guys like that, where the runners will show the batter what's coming. Some batters don't want to know. It's just a matter of preference.
That it is. 1-1's the count here on the lefty Landon Thomas. Runner in scoring position with nobody out, top 1. Here comes the pitch on the way, and that's going to catch the corner. 1-2. Good pitch there by Tyler Leffler.
Had a softball game going on to our right. DuQuoin at Benton. 2 teams off some good success this year. Plus the JV Rams over in the other field over to our back behind us.
1-2's on the way. That misses. 3 balls, 2 strikes. Unfortunately, I didn't set us up in the greatest position to be able to tell necessarily what was coming at the batter. We'll deal with it. I did get us in a position where we could relatively see down the right field line, though. 2-2 is the count here on Landon Thomas. Top of the first, no score. Rams threatening with an RBI chance here for LT with Jones off a second base. Check swing. It was low.
Thomas got a break there. Of course, we're behind the left-hand batter here, but
right.
Oh boy, Thomas looks like he got a break from our angle. But we'll take it. Count those full.
RBI chance, top 1. Here comes a pitch on the way from Leffler, and that's going to miss high. So back-to-back walks.
Leffler's thrown pretty well this year, Chris. Has struck out 15, walked 1 so far in about 6 innings of work. So it's one of those deals where he's done very well. 1-2 games already, but oh boy, that walk could come back and haunt him in this lineup.
Saunders will stand in. The right-handed batter will be the first right-handed batter Leffler has had to face. Runners on first and second. We're in the top of the first inning. Nobody out here as the Rams look to threaten and try to get on top here in this battle of 2 great teams. One supposed to be a threat in Class 2A. The other, of course, your Mount Vernon Rams should be a threat in Class 3A as the first pitch. Off the plate, 0-1.
It's nice to have my scorebook friend here at the game today.
Texting back and forth just to make sure we get it right.
Oh, yeah.
0-1 as Saunders will show Bot pops it in the air. Trey Garrett can't get to it, and so that'll be 0-2.
Have to get that mask off and get that gear going. Trey Garrett going with the old style hockey or catcher's mask today. Couldn't get it off. Could have made a great play to get to it, but just not in time. That's one of those you got to get that bunt down. If you're going to bunt with a meaning, get up in the box and drop it down that first base line.
course, first and second with nobody out here for the Rams at the top of the first. 0-2 count on Saunders.
The problem with Button here, Chris, with Leffler on the mound is he can field. And he can get to some bunts a lot of people won't get to.
0-2 coming. 0-2 begets 1 and 2. Just low and away, it looks like, from this vantage point.
Did you say begets?
Begets.
Begets?
Yes.
Begets down and under?
I can explain transitive and intransitive and stuff, but I don't really. I did that once. That was a couple of years ago. Didn't go over very well. 1-2's coming. Make it 2 and 2.
Begets. I like it.
Of course, you have begot, have begotten. Beget,
yes, I'm going. Got an irregular verb unit going on in my room right now, so that's why I was thinking, what have you been doing today?
Very nice.
Spying.
Oh, just custom conversations. We'll check on the runner Jones at second. It's first and second, nobody out, top one. No score. Mount Vernon and Benton. Glad to have you with us. We are on the road today. WMIX, Mount Vernon, Marion, Peoria. Free service from Withers Broadcasting as we've eclipsed the bottom of the hour. From Evaldi Field. Here comes the 2-2 foul back. Do it again.
Again, another deep count from Mount Vernon. Getting several pitches here early against Leffler. Interesting to see, like Mount Vernon, Benton with a lot of games this week. Not conference yet, but a lot of games. Interesting to see how long they'll let pitchers go today.
Get the car you want today at Second Chance Auto. Second Chance has the largest selection of pre-owned vehicles, priced at $10,000 in one location. Second Chance Auto, Route 142 East. In Mount Vernon, proud Rams and Lady Rams supporters. Leffler will fire after looking back at second. That'll be a backward skate of Zane Saunders.
Fooled him. I think Zonder was thinking something else, and Leffler came back fastball outside the corner away from him and fooled him that time. Zonder got caught looking.
Definitely has some need. Of course, he'll be a Bradley Brave next season. I know Eastern had some interest. I saw them at one of our games last year. 2 on, 1 out now for Grant Garrett with Young on deck. Bradford in the hole. Should this inning continue with 1 out? No score yet, as we'll have time.
That's balk. Yep.
I was looking down at my book. Glad you were looking up.
Yep. What happened was Leffler got on the mound, put his hand in his glove, and slipped it back out of there. And by that point, that is a balk. Once you put that hand in that glove, you got to leave it in there. So now the Rams have another opportunity. Won't go with an error, but now second and third and 1 out. Infield for Benton comes in on the left side of the infield. Halfway out on the right side with the first baseman in on the grass.
You would start to say that a base hit could score 2, but we're not. Don't have that deep a dimension as Garrett fouls one off. 0-1.
Dimension 305 down the corner, 350 in center, and 335 to the power alleys. Definitely not the size of field we are used to at Brennan Klein. All has a tendency to jump out of here different places. Now, last few years at the bats, interesting to see how it goes today.
0-1 the count, 1 out, top of the first, no score, Rams and Rangers. Here comes the next one on the way in the dirt to Garrett. Evens the count, 1 ball, 1 strike. As the Rams would like to put 2 across the plate here with runners on second and third. Banterra Bank, of course, the official voice of the Mount Vernon Rams. And, of course, it's not here. Banterra Bank has online banking. It's convenient, efficient, and best of all, safe. Their security is your best defense. Banterra Bank. Thank you with local style. Went off speed that time. Looked like maybe a sinker low, and it's going to be 2-1. Don't know if he has one in his repertoire, but that's what it resembled. You can follow us on Twitter at 94Sports or like WMIX Sports on Facebook for details about today's game as they go high that time, 2-2. 3-1. 3-1. Trying to multitask. It's not
working out.
Working out too well for me.
That's all right.
It's kind of multitasking I'm trying to do. Trying to figure out a problem to a very serious solution right now in terms of hashtag radio problems. 3-1's coming. That's going to be smashed towards right. Looks like it falls for a base hit. How many will it score? That is the question. He'll score the lead runner, and it'll be an RBI single for Grant Garrett. Good to see him get a crack at that one because he was struggling in Matsuno, but a very capable hitter gets the RBI for his troubles. Makes it 1-0 Rams.
Nice piece of hitting. Drove it to right field, dumped it over there right in front of the right fielder, and infield in for Benton about halfway, and that was an easy hit.
1 out, runners at the corners, top of the first. Rams on top 1-0 as Leffler is trying to get out this one. Has a double play chance, obviously, with second base open and a runner on first. Colin Young steps in. The right-hander takes low, 1-0. Leffler will step off, look towards third, step back towards first. Nothing doing. 1-0 the count on Colin Young. Runners at the corners, only 1 out. Rams on top 1-0 here. Top half of the first inning. Glad to have you with us. We got started about 4:24, so about 11 minutes early. here from Evaldi Field as Young tries to put it in play, stays in fair territory. They're going to come home, kick the ball loose. Did Landon Thomas, and it'll be
everything executed perfectly for Ben Fielder's choice RBI on that. As we'll go to Colin Young as he reaches first. Great play by Childers at third, threw it just perfectly to Garrett, right at knee level. Garrett made the catch, dropped the tag, and Thomas slid feet first right into that glove and knocked it out of that one-hand hold by Garrett. If he goes head first, probably doesn't knock it out.
Well, that's absolutely the best way that could have ended up for the Rams, and now it's just a one-out scenario with runners on first and second. On top, 2-0. Pat Bradford steps in to try to keep the inning alive. Trevor Flota on deck. Matt Williams to follow. Leffa looks back towards second base. He'll go ahead and deliver. Swung on a miss by Bradford, 0-1. A low fastball that time, and got by Bradford.
Pat the bat. Can we use that?
Yeah, we can.
Since Pat the bat, the original, is retired.
Did he just retire in the offseason?
Yes, he did.
Where are you retired from? San Fran? Philadelphia, Tampa, San Fran.
San Fran. Chase Utley's catching up with him pretty quickly.
He's not far behind. This is low.
That's a shame. That's a shame. That guy can still stick.
That could have been your fantasy stud for years with first and second base eligibility.
Yeah.
And it's unfortunate. 1-1 the count to Bradford. Runners on first and second. He'll pop that foul, third base side. Shoulders underneath. He'll make the grab.
Pretty good pitch, right in on the hands. That ball came off that bat, and it sounded like it hit off the Tate handle. Second out of the inning.
Feel like you're on the wrong radio station being here? Just kind of hit me.
Do what?
Feel like you're on the wrong radio station being here?
No.
I must say, glad to have you with me. Glad to have you listeners with us here on WMIX online at myweathersradio.com today, as the Rams have a 2-0 lead over the Benton Rangers.
They answered that off the air.
And over the fence, foul.
Matthew Williams gave me a little smile as he came to the on-deck circle.
0-1 the count here to Trevor Flota. Good to see Trevor doing well. As far as NCAA teams, you're still going, isn't it? He's a Duke fan. Here comes the 0-1. He ripped that into the midst of Cody Smith. Nice grab on the run by the infielder on the liner, and that'll do us through one half. 2-0 Rams as they strike first. This is Now for the Baseball on WMIX.
If you want a successful business, you need good partners. And if your need is printing, you won't find better partners than Mark and Carrie Smith.
Helping people is what we love.
But we need help with our financing.
That's why the Smiths and hundreds of local businesses trust Banterra. Banterra is the area's #1 financial partner, offering commercial loans, treasury management, and remote deposit services. With Banterra as your partner, you can concentrate on what you do best. Banterra, banking with local style.
Equal housing lender, member FDIC.
Here's Jeff Schmidt for Schmidt Chevrolet Cadillac in Centralia.
OnStar in itself is such an awesome feature. Not only does it give you the navigation systems that if you ever get locked out of your vehicle, they can unlock the vehicle, but it's peace of mind for your loved ones. If they're ever in an accident and the airbags deploy, OnStar will actually come on, ask if you're okay. If need be, they will send help out to you. What a great peace of mind for your family to travel with OnStar.
Schmidt Chevrolet Cadillac, 1421 West McCord in Centralia.
More baseball action ahead on WMIX and myweathersradio.com.
And we welcome you back to Evaldi Field here in the Benton City Park. He's James Czerwinski. I'm Chris Hugo, sort of. Jesse Clark is back to the studio for us on WMIX. We're online at myweathersradio.com, where the Mount Vernon Rams jumped out early on the Benton Rangers. 2-0.
160 on that number.
I got you.
Break.
Good to know. We'll be looking for that. It's like he has about 5 innings worth of work today.
About 9.
As it's Smith, Leffler, and Garrett to get us started for the Rangers. Smith will pop that one foul over the first base dugout. It'll be 1-0-1. We need to meet the Ranger batting order.
Hey, the Ranger batting order. No?
Oh, yeah.
Oh, Cody Smith leading off, playing second. Batting second, the pitcher, Tyler Leffler. Catching is Trey Garrett. Batting fourth in the cleanup spot, Mason Childers. And batting fifth, Jared Johnston.
As 0-1 is ripped towards left field. Bradford on the run. It'll drop in front of Pat. Overran it a little bit, and that'll be a leadoff single for Cody Smith. I believe we stopped at number 5.
Jared Johnston. Batting sixth, first baseman Ethan Hughes. Batting seventh, center fielder Scott Johnson. Batting eighth, Bo Gibson right. Batting ninth, left fielder Cameron Rock. And as you saw there, even with the dry day yesterday and today, the outfield here tends to hold water like a sponge. So the outfielders will have to be careful not to overrun the baseball because it will hit and leave the proverbial golf divot.
Of course, to remind you, discover the excitement at Central Christian Church in Mount Vernon. Log on to their website and watch their webcast, thenewcentral.com. It's a website. Tyler Leffler will stand in, the big burly right-hander. Thin, but burly. That makes sense.
Come on. Coach Blondie's got to make a play on that for the high stepping.
So it's 0-1 to Leffler, who has what, 7 or 8 home runs now?
8 home runs, I believe, already.
Got the stats here somewhere, but I lost them.
Hey, right here.
Hey, there they are.
Hey, right here.
How many's that?
Tyler Leffler has 7 home runs.
There we go. 0-1 the count. Runner on first. And Leffler will foul it back over the press box.
A little different hitting stance this year. He's throwing that left foot back on a toe, using that as his trigger into his swing to get down on the baseball a lot quicker.
0-2 now the count to Leffler. Runner on first, bottom of the first inning. Rams on top 2-0.
Lombard Montini taking the game in. They'll play both teams this week.
Yes, they will. A good one to come scout. Runner is going Leffler on the hit and run. Will drive that towards center. Thomas will give chase. Will he run out of real estate? He will.
Number 8.
That one goes 352 for home run number 8.
Wow. How about that? He one-armed that ball.
He bell-traded.
He bell-traded over. I mean, it was not hit very well, not swung at very well. He actually got fooled, it looked like, and still hit it 352 feet over center field fence.
Most importantly for the Rangers, it ties this game up at 2 with nobody out. Who will be your committee first bank of the Heartland player of the game? That remains the mystery. Of course, that'll come your way in the Bean Insurance postgame show. As we are now tied at 2, bottom of the first inning. Trey Garrett will stand in, third place hitter for these Benton Rangers. First pitch from Anthony is on the way. It'll be a strike on the outside corner, 0-1 to Garrett. Defensively for the Rams, of course, it's Anthony on the hill, Garrett behind the plate. Saunders, Jones, Williams, Quota from third to first, and Bradford, Thomas, and Reeves from left to right in the outfield. The next one's on the way. Ground ball back to Jay Bird. He'll pick it up. Fires across the diamond in time. So the 1-3 will retire Garrett for the first out here in the inning.
Leffler has 8 home runs this year, by far leading Southern Illinois in home runs.
Yeah, so there, I said, one that's a check to show it be accurate. Should just go with your first answer, Nostradamus.
Yeah.
That's what ended up coming to fruition.
Oh, you know.
There's that. It's it. What is it? As Mason Childers will step in, and he will rip one towards left field. Bradford is on the run, and that'll clear the fence.
Rangers can hit some bombs. They have hit 2 already today. 3-1, Benton. Anthony's not used to this right now.
Oh, he's used to that being a fly ball out.
Yeah.
At home.
Yeah, this is one of those deals. You got to pitch to the ballpark. You get the ball up here and fly ball pitcher, you're going to see a lot of baseballs hit over the fence here.
Well, that's one of those things where you're going to have to not let this bother you here today because you were in it there. This is almost like pitching at Marion, essentially. The dimensions very similar. Here comes. First pitch is fouled off by Jared Johnston. It's 0-1.
Very similar. Again, when you play at Marion Klein Field, you have that option to throw one up there because guys have to really jack to get it out. Here, it's not very far poke. Benton's up 3-1.
A lot of real estate. 0-1 when it's fouled off. 0-2.
The other side of that is it's not like you're moving the fences in every bottom of the innings. You got them on the top of the inning as well.
Right, exactly. 3-2 is your score as the Rams trail here in the bottom of the first. It's 1 out, nobody aboard for the shortstop, Jared Johnson. See what he comes with here on 0-2. Garrett sets up outside. It'll be low. 1 ball and 2 strikes. If you're tired of big corporate banking, you have a choice in Jefferson County. Community First Bank is at home at Dick's, Ina, Woodlawn, and Mount Vernon. Welcome back to Personal Banking, member Federal Deposit Insurance Store. But this one is going to be a soft pop fly in the infield. Jones will make the grab. 2 away.
Not much on that one. That would have broke the wooden bat.
What a day. 73 degrees here in the county seat of Franklin County. Technically, not in West City, as I understand it. Technically. As I was looking at the Benton City map, this is allegedly in Benton still. Because you had the old wives' tale that anything west of DuQuoin, so actually we're east of DuQuoin Street still, technically, aren't we? Wraps around, so it's hard to say. 1-0 is the count. Hughes will take it low. 2-0.
Really? I thought that was knee-high. Call him a strike.
I was studying the map of the city of Benton, so I somewhat missed it. It's Hughes got a piece.
4-2.
That's going towards right center, and Reeves gave it a grab, but it hits the top of the fence and falls back in. So Reeves will fire back in to keep it a double for Ethan Hughes.
4 hits for Benton already. That time Reeves, not knowing the territory, Chris, looked to get to that fence, was feeling for the fence, going for the ball, jumped up and missed it, went over his head still, had plenty of room to get to the fence. It's 3-2 with the runner at second, 2 outs.
Don't mess with your mind. No doubt about that. With a runner in scoring position here, 2 outs for Scott Johnson. The Rangers on top 3-2 in the bottom half of the first inning. So the Rams played at 2 in the top of the first, proving not to be enough thus yet. Anthem will look back at the runner on second, fire home. It'll go inside, 1-0.
Yeah, it's one of those ballparks. You got to play to the ballpark.
1-0 the count with 2 gone, bottom half of the first inning. Rangers trying to add to the lead, and that will be sent for a base hit into shallow left. Bradford will pick it up off the hop and bobble. Has some issues with it. Hughes decides to hold up at third base, cut off by Saunders to keep the runner at first. It'll be runners for corners with 2 gone here.
Already a 5 hit on 3 runs, have first and third, and 2 outs now. He can stick. His whole lineup loaded with some sticks that can do some things. See what Coach Blondie elects to do here in his first and third situation with Bo Gibbs at the plate.
Of course, Brett Blondie spent some time as an assistant to Tim Holloway back in Mount Vernon. Got this job, I believe, in 2008, 2009.
I'm not so certain that they won't, as Mount Vernon calls their first and third defense here. Be very careful with Bo Gibbs here, I would. Lots of power, had a walk-off grand slam last year. Got to be careful with him in this situation.
Yeah, the Rams pitch him here. Garrett gets set behind the plate out of the stretch fires Anthus, and that is going to be sent towards left. Bradford will retreat. Not that deep. Plenty of room to make the grab, and Bradford will make it. So the damage has certainly been done in the bottom half of the first inning. Now 3-2 Rangers. This is Rams Baseball on WMIX.
If your definition of local is Southern Illinois and adjacent states, pay no attention to this message. Hi, I'm Joe David Cummins, President of Community First Bank. Others advertise the message of being a local community bank. However, Community First Bank is the only local community bank exclusively serving Jefferson County with 5 locations and 5 ATMs. In short, loans and deposits stay local and benefit you.
Community First Bank with locations in Mount Vernon, Woodlawn, Dix, and Ina. Welcome back to Personal Banking. Member FDIC, Equal Housing Lender.
Stick a reminder on your phone. Jot it down on the calendar. Or tie a string on your finger. Don't miss the Saturday Sports Show every week after the 8 o'clock news on AM 940 and MyWithersRadio.com. Scores, guests, content, networking, knowledge, the occasional argument, yada, yada, yada. We do it all. You might say we're a little versatile. It's the Saturday Sports Show on WMIX and MyWithersRadio.com, courtesy of Crossroads Community Hospital. More baseball action ahead on WMIX and MyWithersRadio.com.
And we welcome you back, Uvalde Field here on the in the Benton City Park. Even Chris Hugo with Danny Czerwinski alongside as the Rams will send up 8, 9, and 1. It'll be Matt Williams, Clayton Reeves, and Zach Jones. Landon Thomas should be about to get aboard. Rangers have 3 runs in the home half of the first with a 2-run shot from Tyler Leffler and a solo blast from Mason Childers. First pitch of the inning is high from Leffler. It's one
Leffler. Yeah, you'll get some dugout talk here today, as close as we are. Tyler Leffler threw 32 pitches in that first inning.
I learned some words. 1-0 is going to miss outside. 2-0.
Battle of teachers at Woodlawn Grade School. Leffler versus Williams here.
You bet it is. Offspring, anyway. 2-0's coming. Across the plate, 2-1. 2 kids that have probably known each other for eons.
Yes.
I would assume the kids interact as well.
Yeah.
Maybe on in-service days when they were young. Who knows? 2-1's coming. That's going to be a ground ball to third. Gets past the diving Mason Childers. Williams is going to round first. Williams not to make it second. I was screened. No, he won't. It'll be a single.
Second hit for the Rams. Leadoff single by Williams. And this has potential to be a slugfest here early on, as I just tweeted a while ago.
Small ball for one and power ball for another. Certainly not an endorsement for the game of chances. I think that through. Power ball.
Go online now, though.
That's what they say.
That's what I've heard.
Word on the street. As Reeves stands in with a runner on first, nobody out here in the second. Shows bunt, drops it down, stays in fair territory. The catcher will pick it up and fire to first in time.
Sack bunt, 1-3 sack by Reeves. Man, he can handle that bat. Nice to have him in the number 9 spot. He can not only hit, but he can do so many things. Putting the ball in play, that helps.
having a guy that can bunt is crucial, because at every level you'll find that'll be the weakness of some. Not something that everybody can do well. With a runner on second, one out, top of the second. Rams are down one with Zach Jones. He walked and scored back in the first. Just an inning ago. Hard to believe. Leffler back out of the stretch here. The right-hander looks back towards second, fires home. Jones got a piece of it, sent it foul. It's the backstop, 0-1.
Second look, second inning in a row now for the top of the order for the Rams. I have a feeling by the time this day is over, the bullpen mounds are going to get a workout.
They might need it, too. Definitely suit you're made of in a game like this. 0-1 to count here to Zach Jones. He'll take high. It's 1-1. Of course, for all your insurance and financial service needs, call Tony Wilt, your local State Farm agent. Find him on the web at TonyWilt.com. Right at the corner of 42nd South Watertown, Mount Vernon. Like a good neighbor, State Farm is there. And Jones is going to send that one foul down the left field line. This one will actually run out of real estate.
There's not a lot of real estate here compared to Brendan Klein Field. Not a lot of real estate, especially the further you go down each foul line. Run out of room and fence angles back in toward the field. So once you hit one foul, more times than not, it gets out. So the batters love hitting here besides the short porches.
305 down the lines, 350 straightaway center. I believe 335 in left and right center.
Yeah. 3s and 5s, maybe.
There you go. They're wild. Here comes the 1-2, and that'll catch the outside corner.
That was nasty. That's Leffler's second strikeout of the looking variety. 2 overall. You just have to tip your cap on that one and head back to the dugout. He was a better pitcher, a better player on that one.
So the Rams try not to squander an opportunity here to tie it up. 2 outs, top of the second, 3-2 your score. Rams down a run. With a tying run at second base for Landon Thomas. He walked and scored back in the first. Takes one high, 1-0. Rams baseball, of course, presented by Banterra Bank. To support the other team, go green with Banterra's online bill pay and online statements. Banterra Bank, banking with local style. 1-0 the count. Runner on second base. Thomas will foul that to the backstop, 1-1.
Is that right?
Starting to feel the old McSherry in the, God rest his soul, in the 92 NLCS Game 7.
Uh-oh.
Not that bad, but you know what I'm talking about.
Yeah.
It'll be sliced down. That's a fair ball down the left field line. As Thomas will pick up an RBI. Here comes Williams around the score. We're tied up at 3.
Yep, nice little single down that left field line. Childers kind of shaded over a little bit away from the bag. Ball went near that line, down the left field line for an RBI single. We're all knotted at 3 now.
There we are, and that'll bring up Zane Saunders. Struck out back in the first. That's a chance to be productive here in the second with 2 outs, tied at 3. Rams and Rangers. We'll see this one again coming up later in the spring, back at our place. Probably in April or May. Not a lot of chances left here as Saunders rips one to the left for a base hit. The one thing you can usually count on from Zane Saunders is if he strikes out, he usually come back with a base hit in the next at-bat.
Now Vernon now 3 runs, 3 hits. Vernon continues to rack them up. Actually, 3 runs, 4 hits. It's going to be one of those days. It's going to be hard to keep up with things.
May 7th is that one versus Benton,
Yeah.
second home. Post Cinco de Mayo celebration. The Rangers make their reemergence into Jefferson County. First and second with 2 outs here in the top of the second, tied at 3. Grant Garrett's the plate, the right-hander. And an RBI single his last at bat back in the first. Leffler looks back towards second. He'll fire high. 1-0. Not a lot going on today. Oh, score updates.
No.
Rams Tracksters, of course, are at Salem. The one was supposed to have been tomorrow. We got moved back to today. It was actually supposed to have been last week. It swung on a miss. They'll check on the runner at first. He's safe.
Garrett was sitting fastball, and the only thing was Leffler threw it, flew it by him.
That makes the count 1 ball, 1 strike with 2 gone here in the top of the second, tied at 3.
That's where your runners need to get a little extra lead as much as possible. Leffler's got a good move in both first and second, but you need to get a big enough lead where you dump one in the outfield. That lead run's got to score.
1-1's coming. 1-1 sits high, 2-1. Could have gone either way.
Oh, yeah.
At least from where
I think the problem was that pitch was high from the start, and the umpire wasn't going to give something like that.
I got you. 2-1 the count. Here comes the next one on the way, and he will get a piece of that and send that towards left field, and that's gone. So Grant Garrett takes benefit, and he now has It's a 4 RBI day now. That's a 3-run shot.
Holy cow. Yeah, Leffler hung that one up in his eyes, and Grant Garrett got a good swing on a pitch previous, and he said, I'm going to make sure I get it out of here. Mount Vernon Dow takes the lead 6-3 on their 6th run on 5 hits.
Of course, Garrett's one of those guys, Danny, that it was just timing. He had a few hits deep in other parks, even more spacious places, and it was just a matter of timing. Would get to it a little early or a little late, and that time he timed it perfectly and put it deep over the left field fence to make it a 6-3 Ram lead.
Hope you got nowhere to go because it's going to be like this all day.
Nothing to do. It's a Monday night. Usually keep them open. Here comes the 2-1. Young resets the count for the new batter, Colin Young, you moron, and it's going to be 0-1. Like I tell you, with scoreboards, I'm like Ron Burgundy. I'll read whatever's on it.
Yeah, got to be careful. Great comeback. I see Mount Vernon. They got shell-shocked at first, come back with a few more of their own.
Let's see the next pitch to Young. He'll get a piece of it, send it over towards third for Childers. Plays it off the hop, fires the first in time to Hughes, and that'll be a 5-3 to retire the side. The Rams score 4 here in the second. It's 6-3 Mount Vernon. This is Rams Baseball on WMIX.
With the housing market picking up and rates still low, this could be the perfect opportunity to get back in the game. Hi, this is Joy Schrader, mortgage specialist with People's National Bank in Mount Vernon. With a wide variety of mortgage options at People's National Bank, we have the perfect loan for you too. Stop by 413 South 34th Street and let me help you get into the house of your dreams.
People's National Bank, member FDIC, equal housing lender.
It happens every spring. You need a great quality vehicle. That's where Second Chance Auto comes in. Family owned for the past 32 years. Second Chance Auto has been the cure for spring new car fever. No one has a better selection of vehicles priced under $10,000. Almost all their vehicles come with a generous 3-month, 3,000-mile warranty. There are no dock fees, no shipping fees, and no processing fees like those new car dealerships. Just low prices. Second Chance Auto. Route 142 East in Mount Vernon. Call 244-4582. Second Chance Auto.
Back to Rams Baseball, powered by Banterra Bank.
And we welcome you back to Uvalde Field here in the Benton City Park. Chris Hugo with Danny Czerwinski alongside for Rams Baseball. It'll be 9-1-2 coming up in the home half of the second for the Rangers, better known to you as Cameron Rock, Cody Smith, and Tyler Leffler. Yikes.
Yeah. How many home runs we got? 3 home runs already in this game?
3 home runs today. That'll be yielded the same amount of RBI. One thing you may not know about me, after you say RBIs, or RBI.
Not runs batted in.
Exactly, so RBI.
Right. RBI. 5 RBI.
And, but if you're going to put an S anywhere, it'd be RSBI. You know how awkward that sounds, so you're better off just going with RBI. Why do we share that philosophy?
It's not,
ends,
it's not run batted ins. It's runs batted in. RBI.
It's no different than when you pluralize. It'd be like attorneys general or secretary.
We got a pitching change.
Going on, Tyler Ellis, of course, will come out to pitch in second. And that'll be the lone change to the Ram lineup from what we can see. First pitch of the inning, we'll catch the outside corner from Ellis. It's 0-1 to Cameron Rock.
Everybody's going to get a chance today. You and I may have to be ready by the time this one's over.
I wouldn't mind it. I have some eligibility left. I never went pro. Of course, by HSA standards, I'm a little old. As Rockets piece of that sent it just past Williams in the right field. That'll be a leadoff single for Cameron Rock.
Hit parade continues. Everybody getting their licks in early.
Of course, you appreciate the brilliance of pitching by committee on a day like this. Not only with a lot of games this week, but you're allowed to save maybe your 1 or your 2 for an important conference matchup against Alpha.
Right. Benton does not start conference until next week, and looking up their stuff over the weekend. So I got some things to burn.
Exactly. 6-3 the score as the Rams took the lead on the 3-run blast by Grant Garrett. The first pitch to the top of the order, Cody Smith. Strike on the outside corner, 0-1. Hot 73, I can tell you that right now.
They're comfortable on that side.
Down on it. As 0-1 counts. Ball high. I'm sure the Rams would appreciate a double play ball here somehow.
Oh, yeah.
Smith singled and scored back in the first. He came around to score on the Leffler 2-1 blast. The deepest part of the park. 1-1 is the count here. We're at the bottom of the second inning. Rams are up 3 at the moment. That's going to be a soft hit ground ball to third. Fire to second from Saunders in time. No play at first. But the important thing is there you get the lead runner.
Yep, 5-4 on the fielder's choice. That'll be the first out. Leffler's up. Mr. Stick.
Worst case scenario now is they're back within one.
All fair reading. Text from a listener. Other in the other box. Those that texted in.
Well, by comparison, we both are.
Yes.
With one out and a runner aboard here in the home half of the second. Rangers trailing by 3, and the next one's high.
The solo box across the way. We are in the elements.
That's the way I like it. Out there in the open. Broadcast from here last year got to call a home run that still hasn't landed yet.
Uh-huh. You couldn't see it from this angle.
Oh, 1-0's coming. There is the runner going. Throw to second is not in time, just a hair off. So to put a runner in scoring position here for Tyler Leffler.
That was just a case of Cody Smith outran it. Great hold by Jones, by Ellis, and a great throw by Garrett. There's just Cody outran it.
When he played football,
point guard, and he's a wide receiver.
Okay. All positions that require speed. At least you'd like to have speed.
Talented. He's a
versatile
kid that knows the game, very knowledgeable, which helps him in a lot of ways.
Ellis looks back towards second base. The right-hander will come out of the stretch here to Leffler on the 1-1. Goes high. Don't blame him, 2-1.
One of those games where you never have enough runs.
Nope. Well, you never feel safe.
Nope.
Keep holding your breath, waiting to exhale. Sometimes that'll come, sometimes it won't. 94 News at 5. You'll flip over to 94.1 FM. News today, of course, is presented by People's National Bank and Ford Square King City Chrysler. 2-1 is the count here on Leffler. They'll look back towards the runner at second. He just gets back in.
Wow, I'm not so sure he didn't get in.
Doing it.
I don't think he got in, did he?
No, I had a pretty good viewpoint of that.
Yeah, I think Benton got a break there.
I mean, I had a good view of much, but I had a good view of that one, and he should have been rung up. That happens. You play on. 2-1 is the count with one out here in the home half of the second. Rangers down 3. Ellis, of course, the pitcher, looks back towards second base. What will we come with here this time? This time, trying low. The count's even 2-2. That's out behind us.
Notice the white Nike bat of favor this year in the games we have done. A lot of kids have that in their arsenal.
Nice arsenal to have. A nice
Back
white
in the
Nike
day,
bat.
there was East and Adirondack.
I had TPX.
They had those.
I had a white TPX. It was rare back then.
Waltonville had a nice black East, gold lettering. So pretty nice. Had a silver and green one that was pretty good, too.
2-2 the count. That's going to get behind Leffler, and the runner will take third base.
Nobody hovering home, as you heard dugout yell that time, as Cody Smith, one of those he would have taken third. Neither team helping each other out very much here as far as defense goes.
Got to rebound and play on. Bottom of the second, it's a 6-3 score. Rams on top. Rangers threatening with a runner on third and a full count here to Tyler Leffler with one out. Ellis looks towards third. He'll fire home, and that's going to miss low. And that'll be a one-out walk. Running 2 corners now for Trey Garrett.
Part of that order, Garrett, Childers, and Johnston, Hughes. You don't want to mess too much here. Scott Johnson as well. This is a stick lineup. It is coming through again here.
Any scores from anywhere?
Nothing yet. How's that grab you?
That's perfect, because for all your insurance and financial service needs, call Tony Wilt, your local State Farm agent. Find him on the web at TonyWilt.com or at the corner of 42nd Street and South Watertower in Mount Vernon. Like a good neighbor, State Farm is there, even if the scoreboard update is not.
Don't have much for us today. First and third situation again here for Mount Vernon Benton. The defense called by the Rams. We'll see what Benton elects to do. I would suspect that Benton's not going to try any monkey business, not with a stick like Trey Garrett up at the plate.
That was a tying run at the plate, and only one out here in the second. He'll check, but that's okay.
Crossed him up, got him on the inside corner, left. Garrett wanted to swing at it, just couldn't do it. He was locked up. Pros.
Nothing in one. Count to Trey. Runners at corners, one out, bottom of the second. Keep it sleeve, unbutton. Nothing in one now. That's going to be in the third. The runner will get to second, stay put at third base, of course.
That's those gold cufflinks you got on to prevent you from doing that.
Yeah.
Those expensive cufflinks you have on.
Gold-plated.
Yeah.
Stafford.
Yeah.
I can't get it. The heck with it.
You're struggling.
I am.
Man, why don't you
already not
cut
feeling well. I'm about to rip it. I don't care.
There you go. You got it. You got it.
1-1's the count. Runners on second and third here to Trey Garrett with a 1-1 count. Only one out here in the second. This one's on the way. Another low pitch ball. It's 1-2.
Good pitch. Working that outside low and away, and Garrett can't get to it and doesn't offer. Try to go back there again. What are you doing, Joel Hossman? Got Joel Hossman look up there. Got sleeves rolled up to the elbows. Do that. Ready to go to three-quarter court trap.
1-2 the count. Garrett down in the count with one out, but a major RBI chance there, and now a strikeout inside throw looks like to Garrett.
That's one of those deals. Garrett is a pull hitter, and Jones, Ellis stayed away from it, just went back there 3 times, and Garrett didn't offer, and had to call 3 strikes.
He did, yep. Brings up Mason Childers. We all know what he did last time up. Solo blast back in the first, making the 3-2 ball game. Now it's 6-3 Rams on top. They scored 3 of 4 of their own in the second. Now a good chance for Childers here to get some more runs batted in.
Suppose you're wondering, Anthus went 1 inning, gave up 5 hits, 3 runs, 3 earned. Will not be a part of the decision because he only went 1 inning.
Yes, sir. First pitch is on the way to Garrett. He will rip that foul down the right field line.
Boy, that's just, haven't got used to those bats yet.
Because you always tell by the style of ping what was going to happen. Yeah. They're just like looking to, or listening to Wood even. A lot of folks taking this one in from all walks of life. You have Martini here.
They got nothing to do. They're hanging out for a week in Southern Illinois.
As a kid, I used to call them Lombard Martini.
Yeah.
Ill advised back then. Nothing in one is the count here to right-handed Childers. Ooh, takes one high, 1-1. Look, what more you got to do?
Mm-hmm.
Something like that.
Mount Vernon gets out of here up 6-3 with their 6 coming up. Got us that chances to go up and get some more on the board.
Especially some guys that can rake coming up in the third. Here comes the next one. Outside corner strike by Ellis to Childers.
Boy,
That's 1-2.
Ellis is sneaky fast. Doesn't come out there and just drop you off on the radar again. But, man, that ball gets up on the hitter.
I don't think you got to see him, did you? I think he got the win. Did he get the win against Civic, or did you see him?
I don't know if I've seen him.
He was Civic.
Seen him.
You saw him
I think
Saturday, but you didn't get to see his impressive performance against Civic Memorial. The next one's on the way, fouled off.
No, don't put it up in there. You better not put it up there. Childers liable to make it impressive out on the interstate.
Yeah, you don't want it. Don't want it off the shelf there.
I get it lower than that. Got away with one there.
You want it somewhere in the plumbing. 1-2. Second and third with 2 outs here for the Rangers in the home half of the second. A 6-3 Ram lead. Trying to get out of the inning with the Rangers stranding 2. We'll see what Ellis comes with here on 1-2. Looks towards the dugout. Looks towards the catcher. Might need a little bit of guidance here.
Yeah, don't know where some signs.
He awaits a 1-2 pitch with 2 gone. He executed here. Here comes, and that is going to be into left for a base hit. That'll score 2. And it's a 6-5 ball game.
Yeah, Cody Leffler was off of the pitch at second. I had a great jump. Was going to score no matter what. Childers gets an RBI, 2 RBI, single. He now has 3 of them today as Benton's back to within 6-5.
Can't feel comfortable with any amount of margin.
No, not in this one.
That brings up Jared Johnston. Of course, he popped out to short his last. Actually, might have lined out. Usually I designate what happens in the book. Forgot to do that this time. The first pitch fouled off. Runner was going. It's 0-1. 6-5 now your score. Home half of the second inning with 2 outs and a runner on first base here for the Rangers. I can tell you about a lot. What will I choose to tell you about here? Maybe Second Chance Auto. Home of the largest selection of pre-owned vehicles priced at $10,000 in one location, plus bank rate financing for everybody. What's not to love about Second Chance Auto, Route 122 East in Mount Vernon? This is going to be ripped at short. Great play by Zach Jones. That'll be a 6-4 scoop to get us out of the inning. So the Rangers will strand 1, but they score 2. It's 6-5 Rams. This is Mount Vernon Baseball on WMIX.
If I could see into the future, you know what I'd want to know? I'd want to know how the whole thing is going to turn out. Did I make the right decisions for my business? Helping my daughter memorize all 50 states in alphabetical order. Did it really matter?
Understanding that the future is about planning, not worrying, is why Erie Insurance is above all in service. Auto, home, business, and life. Your Erie agent is waiting for you.
Your Erie agent in Mount Vernon is the Bean Insurance Agency. Get a quote at 242-6017.
If you want a successful business, you need good partners. And if your need is printing, you won't find better partners than Mark and Carrie Smith.
Helping people is what we love.
But we needed help with our financing.
That's why the Smiths and hundreds of local businesses trust Banterra. Banterra is the area's #1 financial partner, offering commercial loans, treasury management, and remote deposit services. With Banterra as your partner, you can concentrate on what you do best. Banterra, banking with local style.
Equal housing lender, member FDIC.
This is Mike Reese. You're listening to the Rams on WMIX.
And we welcome you back to Uvalde Field here in Benton Community Park. Chris Hugo with Danny Czerwinski alongside as the Mount Vernon Rams have a one-run lead over the Benton Rangers, 6-5. And as we've determined, no lead is going to be safe.
No, this is going to be a slugfest. These two teams can hit using a variety of pitchers, short fences. It's going to be amazing to see what kind of offensive output these two teams can put up.
Now we're in the top of the third now. We know we're probably going to go to distance, if not longer. Unless something totally catastrophic happens with one of the clubs. 6-5 your score, Rams by 1. It'll be Bradford, Flota, and Williams, otherwise known as 6, 7, and 8. We'll see Reeves if everybody gets aboard here. First pitch is on the way, and the first pitch of the inning is a ball high. Look inside, 1-0.
Leffler starts his third inning of work, 52 pitches through 2 innings.
Next one's on the way, swung and a miss. 1-1. Rangers have Montini tomorrow, and I believe Vernon Hills on Wednesday.
Yes.
Never heard of him.
Chicago suburb.
Oh, of course. Down here on Spring Break, probably.
Hillcrest, to be honest. Starting to be a little more successful athletic program up in that neck of the woods.
2-1 the count. To Bradford. Next one's on the way. He'll take low. It'll be strike 2, 2-2.
The Rangers this week, Mount Vernon, Montini tomorrow, Hamilton County Wednesday, Vernon Hills on Thursday.
My apologies.
And I would suspect Coach Blondie will try to find a game somewhere else.
2-2 on the way, swung and a miss, a low heat. It's going to be the third strikeout for Tyler Leffler today. Oh, thank goodness.
Big inning.
Home ran Trevor Flota.
Almost feels like you've got to score each inning in order to have a chance.
You know what they say? Flota will send that one opposite way. The second baseman, Smith, is there for the out.
Saw that bad handle off right in his hands, figuratively speaking, of course, with the new one in the bat.
The lack of a follow-through didn't help either.
No, just kind of stopped once he made contact.
That's the difference between a bloop single and an easy pop-out. Matt Williams will stand in. He singled and scored back in the second inning. Rams are on top 6-5 with nobody on and 2 out here in the top of the third as Williams will take the first pitch high, ball 1. See what happens on 1-0. See what develops here. That's going to be another one high. 2-0.
2-0. Sometimes pitchers at this level tendency to relax when they get 2 outs. Not go at the third hitter as hard as they would the first 2.
Foul tip on 2-0. Make it 2-1 here to Matt Williams. Reeves on deck for the Rams, who are on top 6-5 in the top of the third. If you can't get to the bank during the stretch, don't worry. Now you can bank while you're in the stands. Banterra cell phone banking. Banterra Bank banking with local styles. As the next one will catch the outside corner to Matty Williams, 2-2. I'm telling you, it's been one of those days. Don't want to know where I spent it. 2-2's coming, and that will be sent in the right center field. Who will make the grab? It'll be the right fielder, Bo Gibbs. And we are through 2.5, still 6-5 Rams. This is Mount Vernon Baseball on WMIX.
If your definition of local is Southern Illinois and adjacent states, pay no attention to this message. Hi, I'm Joe David Cummins, President of Community First Bank. Others advertise the message of being a local community bank. However, Community First Bank is the only local community bank exclusively serving Jefferson County with 5 locations and 5 ATMs. In short, loans and deposits stay local and benefit you.
Community First Bank with locations in Mount Vernon, Woodlawn, Dix, and Ina. Welcome back to Personal Banking. Member FDIC, Equal Housing Lender.
The Orthopedic Center of Southern Illinois proudly welcomes Dr. Brian Steinke to their medical staff. Dr. Steinke is an orthopedic surgeon specializing in spine surgery, treatment of the injured back, and will provide the newest state-of-the-art procedures in the region. Dr. Steinke is fellowship trained in spine and brings prestigious credentials to the center. Dr. Steinke is a gifted physician and contributor to orthopedic textbooks and will see patients starting in April. Call 618-242-3778 or visit their informative website at orthocenter-si.com.
For more insight, follow us on Twitter at 94sports. Back to the Rams on WMIX.
And we welcome you back to Uvalde Field at Benton Community Park. The Mount Vernon Rams lead the Benton Rangers 6-5. Chris Hugo with Danny Czerwinski alongside us. Athletic Director Ryan Miller walks by. Of course, he has taken great care of us.
One of the best athletic directors in Southern Illinois.
Probably one of the most underrated.
And after this year, highly underrated with what he had to encounter over the winter season.
Hey,
he had to get
going into year thinking you're going to help out your friend in football and then help out in baseball, and then end up taking over the reins of the girls' program, basketball-wise. And here comes the first pitch of the inning. Brock Fulkerson is the new Ram pitcher, and that'll just miss. See what looks to be Ethan Hughes, 1-0. So 1 inning of work each for Antis and Ellis as Fulkerson is your new Ram pitcher. The next pitch will catch the plate, and it's 1-1.
Pitching by committee. Today from Mount Vernon.
Change up that time, misses outside, 2-1. Let's see what happens here on 2-1. Sidearm action. That'll catch the inside corner. 2 balls, 2 strikes.
Ooh, that was bad. That was one of those that was nasty.
Next one in route. Foul tip. Tried to go off speed that time. Front-footed by the first baseman.
Hughes was out in front. He's lucky he got any kind of bat on that ball.
See what Fulkerson comes with on 2-2. Leadoff batter Ethan Hughes, Johnson, and Gibbs to follow here in the third. That's going to be a dribbler to Fulkerson. He'll pick it up, fires, in time. Nice. Good by Flota.
Nice job by Fulkerson to hop off the mound. As you can see that Saunders was back at third, playing back even with the bag. Wasn't going to be able to get to him. Fulkerson fielded his position nicely. Jumped out there to that third base line and made that play. What a nice play by him. And then full float as well, taking it out of the dirt.
1 out now for Scott Johnson. The right-hander stands in with the bases empty, 1 out, home half of the third, and that's low and away. Gets away from the catcher, 1-0. So the line I have on Ellis is in 1 inning, 2 hits, 2 runs, 2 walks, and a strikeout. Does that match yours?
Well, I had 2 hits, 2 runs.
Or 1 walk?
I didn't have a walk.
Well, he walked Leffler.
Okay.
Here it comes. What do you have for Leffler?
For Leffler so far?
Yeah,
I don't have it figured up.
No,
yet.
not his pitching, his hitting. That's why I have him walking.
Oh.
That's 1-1 is a count to Johnson. Next one's on the way. Ooh, misses low. That's where you want to miss, though, 2-1.
Leffler's pitching?
No, his hitting. I thought he walked his second time up.
Yeah, he did.
Okay. Got a 1 walk for Ellis. I wrote down 2.
I was multitasking when you're throwing things at me. Wasn't in that frame of mind to properly think and answer.
Next one in the dirt outside. It'll be 3-1. Rams Baseball, as always, is presented by Banterra Bank, the official voice of the Mount Vernon Rams. They're banking with local style. Find them online at banterrabank.com, where their online banking is convenient, safe, and efficient. 3-1's coming. 3-1 swung and a miss. Make it full.
Fulkers, you're Benton, and you're seeing 3 different pitchers, although they are right-handed. That's tough. See 3 different pitchers per inning. Lots of adjustments having to be made in that third base dugout.
Full count offering.
Where was that?
What more do you have to do?
I don't know. Hit the nickel, I guess.
And that'll bring up Bo Gibbs with the runner on and 1 out here in the third.
Of course, we're off to the first base side of the backstop, so we just have to sit here and go with it.
That's fact. Because the verticality of it looked fine.
Right.
Might have been something horizontally or laterally. First pitch of the at-bat is going to be front-footed towards center field and ball for a base hit.
Yep. Dying duck out there just off the end of the bat. 8th hit for Benton, and now they have first and second. And 1 out.
That brings up Cameron Rock, who singled his last at-bat, but was, I believe, out via fielder's choice back in the second inning. The book's already a mess. Scribble all over the place, and then trying to make notes. 6-5 is your score. Rams on top, hanging on at the moment here in the bottom of the third. With 1 out and runners on first and second. You can follow us on Twitter at 94Sports or like us on Facebook, facebook.com/WMIX Sports, the easiest way to get to our Facebook page. Find out which Mount Vernon Rams are playing in the Benton Lions Club All-Star game on Friday night, and Lady Rams. Not shown. Pulled back in time. It's low to Rock, 1-0.
I would expect Rock here to try to get this down. If you're Mount Vernon, you got to be a little aggressive on the bunt. I think they're going to use him to try to bunt over to get back to the top of the order, my thought. Rock surveys, and you got to get down the third base line where that third baseman is holding at third. That's what I would think Mount Vernon would do. Floated with charge, second cover first. Shortstop goes to second, and then Fulker's going to have to defend the line at third base.
Fulkerson looks in on 1-0. Let's see what he comes with here. The right-hander out of the stretch with runners on first and second, one out in the third. Well, it's that time again. Pulls back. It's 2-0 as that went high.
He's going to let you get it out. Let him bunt it. Make him put that bat on the ball. Maybe he'll pop it up. Maybe he'll bunt it back.
Just say go a little bit lower. See if he tries to reach for it, pops it foul, then nothing lost.
A lot of times that happens with pitchers. They want to try to be cute with this, and that's not the way to be.
Goes high again. Pulled back, did rock, and it's 3-0.
Fulkerson's arm angle is dropped here on this hitter by the ball's rising up and away out of the zone.
6-5, still your score. The Rams are on top, barely over the Rangers in the home half of the third inning. From Eovaldi Field in Benton. These two will tangle again on Monday, May the 7th, I believe it is, back at Brennan Klein Field, and that's going to be a strike.
That's that old. Now, if that's a strike, and the pitch a couple batters ago, it's a strike. So they give the token 3-0 strike call.
So we'll see what begets here on 3-1. Or is begotten even. 3-1's coming. Shows fine. Can't pull it back. Goes for it.
He was bunting. He looked like he was bunting for a hit.
Yeah.
And that's surprising because if in this situation you're not bunting for a hit, scoot up in the box, catch the ball, and knock it down the third baseline and take your sacrifice. That's a bad baseball play there, in my opinion. You got to sacrifice bunt there.
Bunt should be out of play now. Full count. Runners on first and second with one out. Here comes the next one. That's going to be a ground ball too short. Only choice is to first. Great scoop by Float on the low throw, and that's going to be a 6-3, 2 away.
It works out the same way. Obviously, if the ground ball is short, they take it out at first. As you can tell, that Gibbs had a good jump at first to get to second, so second and third and 2 outs. But again, I go back to that bunt. You first and second and 1 out, you're not bunting for a hit. I mean, you've already squared a couple of times. You got to get up front of the box and put it down. And it worked out as he got the ground ball anyway. 3-2 count.
Well, like a swinging bunt. Now, Cody Smith stands in. He scored twice, first and second inning. Comes up again, this time in the third. 6-5 is the score, and that's going to be a first pitch strike on the inside corner of Smith. Falls behind 0-1. Big RBI chance with the go-ahead run on second base for the Rangers. Hard to believe, just the third inning. We've been going at it for a while.
Oh, yeah.
An hour.
Oh, yeah.
Next one's on its way, and that's going to be slowed down. Change up that time. Swung a miss.
One of those games the DVR will have to work tonight for the final Raw before WrestleMania. You know.
You betcha. Where'd that go? There it is.
Sunday today, saw the WWE had their talent backstage talking about Twitter. Haven. So did ESPN today.
2 on, 2 out. Nothing to 2. The count. That's another great stop by Garrett.
That's a great play by Garrett. Couldn't slide over fast enough. Had to backhand that one. Made a stab at it, but put a good play. Confidence in your catcher.
Goes a long
throw
way.
That pitch, that curveball.
1-2 the count here with 2 gone, 2 aboard in the home half of the third. Rangers trail 6-5. Looking to get back on top. Fulkerson looks in on 1-2. Blowing away that time, 2-2. Doesn't want to give anything up.
Be very careful here.
This is your community, your choice, your bank with 5 locations with friends and neighbors on staff who understand your needs. Community First Bank keeps it simple. Welcome back to Personal Banking. Member FDIC. 2-2-2. 2 balls, 2 strikes, 2 outs. And 2 aboard here for the Rangers in the bottom of the third. Here comes the pitch on the way from Fulkerson. Turning in is Smith. It's 3-2.
That's a TWO unit language, 2-2-2-2.
Something like that.
Yeah.
Especially I want to throw the 2 also in there.
Also 2 as well?
Yeah. Even that.
You got to throw that in there once in a while.
Cody Smith, a dangerous hitter. Fulkerson comes right out. Swung on a miss, and the Rangers will strand 2 here in the third. We head to the fourth. Rams up 6-5. This is Mountain Baseball on WMIX.
Learn to live healthy, learn to live well, and learn how you can live free from unexpected medical expense with a major medical expense policy from Pekin Insurance and the Page Agency. Health insurance that covers hospital, medical, and surgical expenses offers a wide choice of deductibles and a non-tobacco user discount, too. Rising medical costs don't have to be a problem with a major medical expense policy from Pekin Insurance. This is coverage we hope you'll never need, but you just can't be without. Call the Page Agency at 242-7000 about a major medical health insurance plan today.
If you want a successful business, you need good partners. And if your need is printing, you won't find better partners than Mark and Carrie Smith.
Helping people is what we love.
But we needed help with our financing.
That's why the Smiths and hundreds of local businesses trust Banterra. Banterra is the area's #1 financial partner, offering commercial loans, treasury management, and remote deposit services. With Banterra as your partner, you can concentrate on what you do best. Banterra, banking with local style.
Equal housing lender, member FDIC.
Let's go back to the field, powered by Banterra Bank.
And welcome back to Uvalde Field, the Benton Community Park. Chris Hugo with Danny Czerwinski alongside. Rams head to the top of the fourth, up 6-5. It'll be 9-1-2 coming up. Clayton Reeves, Zach Jones, and Landon Thomas all in front of us as we're first base side from Uvalde Field. Glad to have you with us on WMIX and online at mywithersradio.com as we near the bottom of the 5 o'clock hour. So this game is an hour and 2 minutes old. His first pitch came at 4:24 unofficially. Here on March the 26th, attendance is a lot. Weather 73 degrees, sunny, and winds out of the east, 7 to 9 miles per hour. Stadium capacity is unlimited here.
Climb trees in left field if you get too crowded. Sit on a dugout on the other field, center field if you need to.
Reeves will show up on trying to get himself on. It's down the line. Leffler will pick it up. He will fire right into the back of Reeves.
Uh-oh. Nope. They're going to save safe because that's where Reeves was supposed to be. You have a box to run in, and Reeves stayed in that box, and Leffler threw it and hit him right in the back, and Reeves will get on with a hit.
So sorry.
Yep. You can't. And I think what Leffler was trying to do, this is a home plate umpire's call. You can't go to the second base umpire and ask for help on this. It's the home plate umpire call. You cannot go to second base. Yeah, I was going to say.
They just telling them how it is.
Yeah, that's one of those deals where Reeves runs down the line, and as long as he's not inside on the infield side of the fair play, that's where he's supposed to be. And Reeves was probably trying to get as wide as he could, and Leffler threw it into him, probably thinking of the out, and wasn't going to get him on the throw, and that was a good run, and the umpire said, nope, he was fine where he was at. Coach Blondie arguing, well, at least discussing the situation.
Sure. That puts a runner aboard for the Rams here at the top of the fourth, up 6-5. Looking to add some insurance here. Speaking of which, no scores report from anywhere as of yet, but if we had some, they're brought to you by Tony Wilton, State Farm Insurance. He's on the corner of 42nd South Water Tower in Mount Vernon, or you can find him worldwide at TonyWilt.com. Walk in, call in, or click in, and like a good neighbor, State Farm is there.
Coach Blondie talking over the home plate umpire to no avail, discussing the rules, and well, it works out. Clayton Reeves on again. Mr. Bunt is on again.
Hard? Actually, not hard to believe. Very capable bunter is that Clayton Reeves. Here in his junior season. Now a senior steps in. It's going to be Zach Jones, the lefty. What did you forget about?
I got to take that hit away. That makes perfect sense on that. Because let's pitch the ball.
Yep.
That will be an error on the pitcher for throwing it off the runner, as the runner would have reached.
True.
Yeah.
Catches the outside corner. Now I was going to say it's 1-1 to Zach Jones.
So Mount Vernon only hit 5 hits.
The hole, assuming the out argument does not matter.
Fly. Yep. Can't use it.
1-1's coming. We got ahead of ourselves there. That's going to be a ground ball to short. They'll go to second for one. Jones beats the throw to the back. Apparently did not beat the throw to the back.
I think he was out. Half a step. Good turn by the Rangers. Johnson.
I have a perfect look at it.
Really?
Yeah.
That's why you can umpire. You got a good look. Goes to the 6-4-3 double play. Base umpires to the Rams last couple of games haven't been friendly, especially Mattoon on Saturday. Button.
2 outs, base is empty for Landon Thomas. He scored twice in the game. Here comes the first pitch to LT. Takes it high, 1-0.
Pitcher's best friend, the double play, wipes out the leadoff reach on an error by Reeves.
Coming into the inning, how many pitches left were thrown?
63.
As the next one to Thomas is going to be into right field. Giving chase as the right fielder by LT. Sends it deep.
Home run by Mr. Thomas. There you go. Shame that double play had to happen. Now Mount Vernon leads 7-6 on the solo home run.
Thomas is definitely in contention to be across some perspective the Heartland player of the game. Still in basketball mode somewhat. Hard to believe.
We've done a lot of games in our first video.
So 2 out blast by Landon Thomas over the fence. Makes it 7-5. I could not see it.
Oh, yeah.
That's a shame. He got that. Get a home run call in. Oh, well. Be that as it may, with 2 outs, it steps in Zane Zonder, 6th pitch strike across the outside corner. 0-1. He singled and scored back in the 3rd.
Who offered? Oh, yeah. Yeah, broke the plane of the plate, the box, the dirt, the grass, everything. Swung on that one. Got caught up.
So it's 0-2 here to Zane Zonders.
Grass has warmed up nicely. Usually the infield grass here doesn't really get out of dormancy until about mid-April. Warm weather has really opened it up.
0-2. He went around. He offered and went around. So that'll be a strikeout to end the threat here in the 4th. But the Rams score a run on the Landon Thomas home run. 7-5 Mount Vernon. This is Rams Baseball on WMIX.
Are you looking for an automobile that is capable of 40 miles per gallon of gas? Hi, Roy Schmidt, Ford dealer, Ford Square, Mount Vernon. We have 3 choices in the Ford car lineup that will achieve 40-plus miles per gallon. For a start, come in and see our 2012 Ford Fiesta that proves that spirited driving doesn't have to drain your pocketbook. Also, you may try the 2012 Ford Focus, which has a 40-mile-per-gallon highway fuel economy rating. Or, last but not least, come in and test drive and see our 2012 Ford Fusion Hybrid that boosts fuel economy to 41 miles per gallon in city driving. That is a lot of errands. If you want the Fiesta, Focus, or Fusion Hybrid, any of the 3 will save you big dollars no matter what the price at the gas pump is. Come see these at Ford Square, Mount Vernon, 1501 Broadway in Mount Vernon, Illinois, where the best never rest.
You can count on us. Yes, you can.
For more content, like WMIX Sports on Facebook. Back to the Rams on WMIX.
And we welcome you back to Evaldi Field at the Benton Community Park as we head to the bottom half of the 4th inning, due up for Benton. It'll be Tyler Leffler, Trey Garrett, Mason Childers. So the so-called meat of the order here for Benton, and it has been very productive here today.
Yep, very productive. Another pitcher, Zane Zonders, on now. Rams have gone 1 inning, 1 pitcher per inning. So
trying to get
everybody getting to work. Got Effingham coming in tomorrow. Effingham's off to a good start. Doubleheader sweep Saturday against Salem at home. We had to look at that one, so brief it was, as we drove by on the interstate. And then, of course, Montini Wednesday, and the game looming at Altoff on Thursday, weather permitting. Some rain scheduled Wednesday night.
Well, here's the beauty part about all this, is that everybody getting kind of a side session, so to speak, in today.
That's
allows you to kind of get a rotation set for the rest of the week. And now you can pretty well place Anthus and Fulkerson wherever you feel you need them. Zonders included, Ellis as well, and maybe a Trevor Flota might see some time as the first pitch of the ground ball past the shortstop Jones.
He was going to have a tough time throwing Leffler out anyway. 9th hit for Benton in the game. All these pitchers going on makes you want to rock in the chair. Leadoff hitter on for Benton. We'll see the meat of the order here. Garrett Childers Johnson coming.
Garrett 0 for 2 was grounded out to the pitcher and struck out in the 1st and 2nd respectively.
Who's up in the box a bit here with Zonders throwing. Saw him scoot up, which is a little different than what he usually does.
First pitch on the way. Just misses low. 1-0 the knees.
Coach Holloway wants to know where it was at. Didn't get an answer. We don't know. Can't help you. He looks over at us.
Here it comes. Pops foul over the first base dugout. Even count 1-1. They're concerned about him the other day. Saturday, that first game.
Yeah.
Rare Rams base running miscue.
Something you don't see out of Tim Holloway team.
Nope. But it happens. Probably won't see it again as they'll check on Leffler at first. He's back safely. But
Leffler was sneaking a look elsewhere. Flinched awkwardly, like he was staring off somewhere.
He was checking out the softball score. It is 8-0. DuQuoin over Benton in the 6th. That is going to be sent to the opposite field towards the right center. Reeves will make the grab. Good grab by Clayton Reeves.
Overran and had to jump back over his left shoulder to get it. Wait till he comes back up into the on-deck circle.
Not sure who's pitching in that one, but Benton trails DuQuoin in softball action 8-0. That scoreboard update presented by Tony Wilt, State Farm Insurance. For all your insurance financial service needs, visit Tony online at TonyWilt.com. Walk in, call in, or click in like a good neighbor. State Farm is there, and that brings up Mason Childers, who has 3 runs batted in today. That's a solo home run and a 2 RBI single. Now with a runner on first and 1 out, he'll take a low 1-0. Interesting. I just now thought, hey, why don't I try to look over and see what the softball score is?
Got to see here what's going on here with Zonders if he is hopping. That's interesting. Zonders is hopping. I think Benton's won the fault call, but he's not going to get it. Zonders, when he gets set, will actually jump up and then throw. I don't know what the issue is. I think he loses contact with the rubber, which is what Benton may be saying is going on. And he stayed there.
Oh, that's going to be a ground ball off of Sawyer Harrison in the left field. So a little bit of trouble on that one. And that allows 2 runners aboard here.
I don't know. I think I would like to call it.
I'm a pansy, and I'm calling it E5.
Yeah.
Because, you know, and I say pansy, but I'm quick to...
I'm checking. I call it E5, too.
I hate to do that because I like, you know, because I'm always the guy that likes the kids.
Yeah, can't do that. It's baseball.
Baseball being baseball, then it is what it is.
Like Donnie Miller said about golf the other day, it tells you the way it is.
Can't be what it's not.
Got a lot of Johnny yesterday afternoon. That was great for me.
First and second for the Rangers here in the bottom of the 4th. Rams on top, 7-5. Sorry, just flipped that score in there for the first time in a while. Zonders, your pitcher. Looking in again. Oh. That's going to be a tough play, and that'll load the bases for the Rangers.
They got Leffler picked off, and they threw it through. Double error.
Going to allow a run to score.
Leffler rounded third on the bunt. It was going to be bases loaded and 1 out, and Leffler over-rounded the base. Well, Zonders was going to throw to third, and he threw it to third, and it went through the glove of the Rams' third baseman. I got to look up the number. They've caught me off guard, obviously. Sawyer Harrison, and that allowed a run to score on the error. So Mount Vernon been clocked with 2 errors in the inning, and now triple lead only 7-6.
Oh, man.
Tough break.
That is a very tough break.
Ryan Miller out to talk to the first base umpire about Saunders' delivery.
So 7-6, as the Rangers still threatening here in the bottom of the 4th, with 2 on and only 1 out. Both are in scoring position for Ethan Hughes, who has doubled but was stranded on third back in the first, and then grounded out to the pitcher, Fulkerson, back in the third.
Fielder's choice, so no hit. They made the play. I'll actually take that back. That goes as a hit for Jared Johnston because they actually held it, then made the play back. That's a hit. So that is the 10th for Benton, a 7-6 now with second and third and 1 out, and big Ethan Hughes at the plate.
Well, see what happens here. 2 on, only 1 out in the 4th. Rams trying not to give up this 7-6 lead. Of course, now you really hate the fact that those bases were empty for Landon Thomas back in the 4th. Time is called, and Zonders will step off with the rubber. Second and third are your runners, so a definite RBI chance for Ethan Hughes. Calm, cool breeze now. That's a bender in there for a strike on Ethan Hughes, 0-1.
But overdressed. The sun started to go down here at the park. It'll get a little chillier here in late March.
First Rams Baseball is presented by Banterra Bank. Hit a grand slam and go for the account with no hit fee. Banterra offers a totally free checking account. Banterra Bank, banking with local style. Zonders offering will be a ground ball to third. They're going to go ahead and come home with it. Tagged at the plate.
Yeah, they just threw Childers out.
Yeah.
Yep. Go ahead and explain it. You're the man.
Childers has been ejected.
Yep. Explain the play. It was a ground ball to third base. Harrison came up and threw to Garrett Childers. In high school, you are required to slide. He came in and just straight up made contact with the catcher. Really made no attempt to slide. And you have to throw him out on that.
Right. So he'll miss not only today, but he'll miss Montini tomorrow.
He will miss Montini tomorrow. So he's out now, and Childers will go out of the game. And that's one of those deals. And he's played long enough that he has not played in a level where you do not have to slide. You have to give yourself up in that situation. Cannot run into the catcher like that.
And he's been big today. He has 3 of those runs batted in for the Rangers, half of their offensive output. So not only today, but that'll be a big loss tomorrow against Montini. So he has definitely been ejected from the ball game.
Yeah. Coach Blondie's still out talking to Kevin Hall. As we got some whooping going on. And now we got the coaches barking. Coach Holloway wants to play. Coach Blondie wants to talk.
Of course, good friends, of course.
Oh, yeah, they're after each other. So, again, it was a good call. I credit the home plate umpire. I mean, he could have very easily let it go, but he came in and he didn't lower the shoulder, but he started to try to knock that ball out. And the Rangers will have to come up with a new third baseman when this inning's over.
And they will.
Call.
Runners at the corners and 2 gone here in the home half of the 4th. Zonders trying to get out of the inning with only the 1 run allowed. unearned as it may be. Saunders looks in at his catcher, Garrows, the right-handed batter, Scott Johnson. Pitch is on the way. Swung and missed. Front-footed and just absolutely whiffed.
Nasty little curveball just dropped right off the table, as you proverbially like to say.
Saunders pitched very well in Game 2 against Mattoon on Saturday. Coming back off a short rest, this will probably be it for him, just this one inning.
You and I got the 6th and 7th, I think.
Maybe. Next one on the way, whiff again.
I know one thing. I'm going to throw Uncle Charlie here again because Johnson is nowhere near that. He is left out of the batter's box. He's trying to pull one over the interstate, and his head's gone before the ball gets there.
Well, the entire Ranger bench seems very rattled as to what happened to Mason Childers a moment ago. But
horse ball, here we go.
I see it. And they're not going to get the run at first base, and the runner scored.
Now we got a problem here. The run will score, and they called the runner out at first.
Let's see what they
Now, the Benton coaches are wanting to say that the fielder pushed the runner off the bag, and Kevin Hall's coming in. I think this is the right call. If they allow the runner to stay on first, it's the right call. I do agree because the fielder from Mount Vernon, when he touched the runner, kind of gave him a nudge off the bag. I think that's the right call. Johnson will score to tie it up. And the forced balk will go 0-2 with the runner at first and 2 out.
Anyhow,
I like having it right here by the dugout. We miss out on so much being where we're at. And I think that's the right call. I think not going to argue, but I think it's the right call because he was actually to the bag and
it's
diving back in.
When you have somebody covering first, you also have to throw it if you know your chances are limited.
Yes.
So 0-2 is the count.
7-7 now is the score.
Yep. Weird.
Uh-oh. Oh, what's going on? Somebody said something.
Don't either.
We didn't say it.
I know.
We got somebody been ejected. I don't know what was said. I didn't hear it. Did you?
No, I don't know.
7-7 here. Across the way, 11-0. DuQuoin over Benton in softball in the 6th.
Nothing in 2, of course.
Well, that was a quick one.
It doesn't count.
I didn't even hear it.
We don't.
Right
Leave it alone. How about that?
Okay.
Well, he's clearly hearing everything. So, 0-2.
No, I'm not worried about it. He knows we're not saying anything.
That's true.
We're
have
good
a fairly good relationship.
Oh, yeah, we're good with home plate umpire.
2 outs, a runner on first, bottom of the 4th, tied at 7. It's become interesting. That's going to be a curveball outside.
That's 3.
And that is a 3. So backwards K for Saunders. You pitched well here in the 4th, and we're tied at 7. We enter the 5th. This is Rams Baseball on WMIX.
If you want a successful business, you need good partners. And if your need is printing, you won't find better partners than Mark and Carrie Smith.
Helping people is what we love.
But we needed help with our financing.
That's why the Smiths and hundreds of local businesses trust Banterra. Banterra is the area's #1 financial partner, offering commercial loans, treasury management, and remote deposit services. With Banterra as your partner, you can concentrate on what you do best. Banterra, banking with local style.
Equal housing lender, member FDIC.
Stick a reminder on your phone. Jot it down on the calendar. Or tie a string on your finger. Don't miss the Saturday Sports Show every week after the 8 o'clock news on AM 940 and MyWithersRadio.com. Scores, guests, content, networking, knowledge, the occasional argument, yada, yada, yada. We do it all. You might say we're a little versatile. It's the Saturday Sports Show on WMIX and MyWithersRadio.com, courtesy of Crossroads Community Hospital. This is your home for Rams Radio, WMIX.
Well, we welcome you back to Uvalde Field, Benton City Park. Chris Hugo, Danny Czerwinski alongside. Things have livened up here in Benton. We're tied at 7 as we head to the top of the 5th. I'm starting to feel a little bit better. I guess it just must be the drama.
We had nothing to worry about, I'm telling you.
Had a player ejected. We've had some people ejected. It is what it is. We move on here to the top of the 5th with Garrett Young, Bradford 2 up. Brand, who homered his last at bat. We'll check his swing, but it's a strike on the outside corner, and it's 0-1 here. As Leffler is back out for another inning worth of work. It wouldn't surprise me if he pitched however far we went along. As the next one tied to Grant. G squared has a 1-1 count.
He's been stretched out a little bit this spring already, the high number pitch count, but again, I would suspect he's getting towards the end of his day.
We'll see. Next one to Garrett in the dirt. Gets ahead in the count now, 2-1.
7-7. He's been playing now how long? Oh, man. Well over an hour and a half.
Yeah, we're getting there. Interesting.
Getting interesting, yes.
I have a 2-1 count here on Grant Garrett. He is 2 for 2 today. As the next one's on the way, gets a piece of that. Where is that? That's a line drive right at the shortstop. A liner to Johnson. He'll make the play. 1 away.
Ball crushed on the laundry line out the shortstop. Caught by number 14, Dakota Head, who's at shortstop now. Over at third, Jared Johnston will go into third base for Mason Childers, and Dakota Head will go into the spot of Mason Childers now after he was ejected, running into the catcher.
Young will stand in. And he'll take it on the inside shoulder.
Hit by pitch.
Sweet shoulder, rather. Inside is what I meant to say. That'll be hit by pitch.
Wish I could get my letters right.
Wish I could see.
Oh, it's a good day for baseball. Work on that tan a little bit.
Don't strike out. Take control of your health care expenses with a tax-advanced self-savings account. Banterra Bank, banking with local style, member FDIC. We're tied at 7 here in the 5th. The Rams get their first base runner. That brings in Pat Bradford with the runner on first and 1 out. Load on deck. Let's see what happens here with Childers. Ooh, went right after that time. Swung on a miss by Bradford, 0-1.
Yeah. Leffler stretching himself out there on the mound. Getting a nice workout in the day.
Interesting.
Can't hear anything.
Can't either.
I
know why you can't. Nothing to do with the count.
Oh, yeah. I mean, yeah, you know why I can't sometimes. Yeah. 11. Spinal tap issue, number 11.
I think we're at...
Where are we at here?
We're about 5 to 9 p.m., a.m.
Yeah.
Almost 2 the count here to Bradford. Takes high this time. They're not going to throw behind the runner, Colin Young. The Q input is about 5:59.
Yes.
The headphone levels are straight up 6 o'clock.
Yeah.
Time is actually 5:47.
More comfortable noise level.
That it is. 1-2's coming. Bradford takes it across the outside corner, and that'll be another
nasty.
strikeout for Leffler.
Little Uncle Charlie came up there and had a wrinkle on it. Bradford, all he could do was take a picture.
And if you're the Rams, that's your obnoxious Uncle Chuck. You didn't want to see him right then or right there.
Yeah, you got to be careful with the equipment today. Junior college umpires out here, you got to be careful.
Go away. The first pitch is going to miss low to floater, 1-0.
I was wondering who the Ram roulette wheel will send out here to the mound in the 5th.
Where she stops, nobody knows.
That's a good idea.
Always bet on black, though.
Or orange.
There you go. I'm glad you knew where I was going with that. As it's 2-0, it's in the dirt to Florida. Young gets back off of first base. So as we told you, the new third baseman is Johnston, Head, Dakota Head. Takes over at short. After an interesting bottom half of the 4th inning. Leffler back out. Here comes. Ooh, looks tight. It's going to be strike one.
Up the inside corner.
Another great pitch from Tyler Leffler. We're tied at 7 here at the top of the 5th inning. Rams looking for some offense. Florida stands back in, and he gets a piece of this one, but it's roller to second base. The trouble with it, they fire not in time at first. Ooh, yeah. Judgment call.
E4. If he feels it cleanly, he's got an out anywhere he goes.
That'll bring up Matt Williams.
Yeah.
What Matty do? He singled back in the second, popped out to right, back in the third. Williams on deck, Reeves to follow. Never know what's going to happen when that kid gets up there. Probably a bunt single or some sort of bunt.
Yeah. He
Manufacturer
kind of likes us sitting here. He's checking out what we're doing and saying.
He just likes to take it all in.
Yeah.
He's one of those sports kids. And
Yeah.
by that I mean loves to play and loves to...
He learned how to read a radar gun a couple weeks ago. Gave him a lesson on that.
Whenever that one kid threw L.
Yeah, that one kid on the radar gun threw L.
That's good time. Oh, man. Of course,
Still
the Fitz the Mound has a sponsor, too.
Still missed by the conversation over here. I missed everything.
Yeah.
I guess I was too busy writing stuff down. I missed that all.
Yeah. Speaking of which, the Ford F-150 boasts an exclusive EcoBoost engine, which means more power with better fuel efficiency. Test drive the large truck champion for over 34 years at Ford Square, Mount Vernon. We're the best ever refs.
Rams a little opportunity here, first and second and 2 outs.
At the top of the 5th, tied at 7. Leffler will fire to Williams. Ooh. Low. It's 1-0.
Interesting. Yes,
Who's going to be the Ram pitcher at the bottom half of the inning is what I want to know. Next one, Williams in the dirt, 2-0. Figured out who our Spanish speaker is. That's Grant Garrett. Speaks fluent. Might be Portuguese.
Oh,
they're similar.
I heard it.
Felt it. 2-0 is the count here to Matty Williams. 2 on and 2 out. Takes high. Hitters count 3-0.
Uh-oh. Is that dead red, or you take one here? Probably Matt Williams should probably take one here. You would maybe take two with his strike zone.
Definitely plays an interesting role as Leffler will step off the rubber looking towards second base. Who should I tell you about? How about Banterra Bank? They are the official voice of the Mount Vernon Rams. Don't strike out. Take control of those health care expenses for that tax-advanced self-savings account. Banterra Bank, thank you with local style. 3-0. Make it 3-1. The obligatory 3-1. What fastball high that time would look like. 3-1. Montini still here? Yeah, I see some maroon. 3-1's coming. Williams gets a piece of it, floats it out into center field. Shouldn't be a problem for Johnson. He'll make the grab. So we are through 4.5, tied at 7. This is Rams Baseball on WMIX.
If your definition of local is Southern Illinois and adjacent states, pay no attention to this message. Hi, I'm Joe David Cummins, President of Community First Bank. Others advertise the message of being a local community bank. However, Community First Bank is the only local community bank exclusively serving Jefferson County with 5 locations and 5 ATMs. In short, loans and deposits stay local and benefit you.
Community First Bank with locations in Mount Vernon, Woodlawn, Dix, and Ina. Welcome back to Personal Banking. Member FDIC, Equal Housing Lender.
Hometown proud Baroviax IGA. There's a better way to shop today, Baroviax IGA. If it's Baroviax, you know it's fresh for you and your family. If it's Baroviax, you got the best. For hometown proud, you see. Hometown proud Baroviax IGA. Hometown proud Baroviax IGA.
This is Mike Reese. You're listening to the Rams on WMIX.
And we welcome you back to Benton Diavaldi Field, where the Mount Vernon Rams and the Rangers are tied at 7, heading into the bottom half of the 5th. St. Saunders will break the mold. He'll be the first pitcher today to go more than an inning for the Rams, and he will get 8, 9, and 1 coming up. Bo Gibbs, Cameron Rock, and Cody Smith. First pitch of the inning, high and tight, 1-0.
8, 9, and 1. Saunders going for a second inning work.
Yeah.
Gosh.
Hard to believe.
Him.
Difficult to fathom as the 1-0 comes, and that is going to be sent into left. Bradford will get underneath it as it's shallow. That's take an extra step back. 1 away.
Pat the bat.
Gibbs. Gibbs has found Pat Bradford twice. Single the other time. By my count, that makes him 1 of 3.
Big out here. Got to get him out. Got to get Rock out so that you don't have any jackrabbits on the bases for that big part of the order coming up.
Amen. Rock's first pitch is high. He'll take 1-0. For familiar faces, new places, Bank of Ray and Maria, Community First Bank's new 42nd Street location in Mount Vernon. And welcome back to Personal Bank. Looks like he was looking for a fastball that time. Swung through, and it's 1-1. More chatting with
just chatty stuff going on around the ballpark.
Ooh. That time got the call. It's 1-2.
Oh, funny stuff.
Secrets don't make friends. Sometimes you can't share on the air. Sharing secrets. Sometimes you get you fired. It's going to be a pop-up right side of the infield. Float on the line will straddle and make the play.
Big out. Now you got to bear down here and get Cody Smith, so you don't have to go that top of the order now.
Much better to delay half the face.
I don't have that number. I text. Got some people responding to some tweets on the
at 94 Sports.
Yeah, it's on 94 Sports. And,
always there.
And I can't put that stuff I want to say. I'll have to put it later.
2 away here. Base is empty for Cody Smith. He'll take high. 1-0.
Softball game's over. 11-zip DuQuoin, it looks like.
Yeah. Is it a finale? Here it comes.
Yeah.
Smith will ground that to short. Great play by Jones to recover. Took a nasty hop. Zach recovers to fire for the out. So 6-3 retires the side here in the 5th, and 1-2-3 go the Rangers for the first time today. Tied at 7. We head to the top of the 6th. This is Rams Baseball on WMIX.
Life is no easy task for anyone. We all want to better ourselves and our financial situation. Feel like you're going nowhere? Or just ready for a new challenge? Or wanting the college experience without going deeper into debt? Regardless of your answer, Rend Lake College is your vehicle to a brighter future. With over 100 degree and certificate programs, Rend Lake College can put you on the fast track to a new career or to continue your education. More affordable than four-year universities and private schools, you can save thousands of dollars at Rend Lake College. Summer courses begin June 4th and are already open for registration. Get some of your core courses out of the way during the summer months. Smaller class sizes mean more focus on you and a laid-back atmosphere, allowing you the challenge of a great college experience without going deeper into debt. Rend Lake College's counselors are always on hand to help guide you to your new opportunity. Call 437-5321 to set up an appointment or log on to rlc.edu for more information.
Let's go back to the field, powered by Banterra Bank.
Hey, welcome back to the 6th inning. At least we head to the top of the 6th here from Uvalde Field at Benton, where the Rams and Rangers are tied at 7. Due up for the Orange and Black, it'll be Clayton Reeves, Zach Jones, and Landon Thomas, 9-1-2. And I think the interesting thing to see is what will Clayton Reeves do in this first at-bat of the inning to lead things off.
Back behind us, Landon Thomas loosening up. He'll have to throw a few, and then he's the third man in the order.
That's true. Good stuff.
Oh, yeah.
So Zonders went 2 innings, pitched very well in the second inning of work, going 1-2-3. Reeves steps in, was going to show bunt for base hit, takes a strike. It's going to be 0-1. Car you want today at Second Chance Auto. Second Chance has the largest selection of pre-owned vehicles, priced for $10,000 in one location. As Reeves gets a piece of that and sends that for a ride towards left field. And that is a home run for Clayton Reeves.
How about Clayton Reeves?
So Clayton Reeves shows bunt 18 times at a 19, and it happens to be the 19th time that he drives it over the left field fence. Of course, Second Chance Auto is on Route 122 East in Mount Vernon, where Clayton Reeves hit that ball. That'll unlock the tie.
Get a look here.
That little sneak. Bunted his way on a couple of times, and once he sacrificed himself. Of course, it's knee one, technically back to the 4th. Then displays a little bit of a power surge here in the 6th. The Rams will reclaim a lead, 8-7. Zach Jones, who made a magnificent play back in the 5th to end it for the Rangers, 6-3, steps in, trying to do the same thing offensively. He'll take a ball low. It's 1-0. Wow. Didn't see that coming, Danny.
No.
1-0.
I don't think he did either.
Jones gets a piece of that. He'll take a nasty hop on the first baseman, bounce away, and Jones looking aboard.
Hell, what are you going to do there? Oh, man.
That's single.
Are you really?
Yes.
Bad hop?
Horrible hop.
All right. 8 runs and 8 hits now.
After that play in the Brett, bottom of the 5th, he can have it. See what the official score says.
Okay.
Good hustle by Mr. Zonders. He'll pick up the loose ball behind home plate. As LT will stand in, had a home run his last at bat. He has scored 3 times today. 8-7 Rams on top. He'll show bunt, pull back, getting back safely to first base is Jones. 1-0 here with LT.
The thing about it is, Leffler's over the 90-pitch mark. I would suspect that this is probably his last inning of work, but what do I know? I've seen him throw 175 pitches in a game before.
I was here. Watching over your shoulder.
Yeah. What were you supposed to be doing?
Hard telling. I don't remember what time of day it was. Thomas will lay down the butt and fouled off. Was that the businessman special?
Yeah, it might have been.
I was coming out to shake hands and kiss babies that day. No, that one was a regular game.
Yeah.
Oh, but still within business hours. I got you.
Yeah.
I see what you're doing there. Making me admit my guilt over 5,000 daytime odds. AM 940 as the next pitch sails high. Able to pull back the bunt is Landon Thomas. It's 2-1. Runner on first. Gets back safely without a throw. It's 8-7. Rams on top. Difference has been Clayton Reeves' leadoff home run here at the 6th.
He got there tonight on Facebook when I get this game and the stats done.
Have fun with that.
Lots of good things to put up.
2-1 coming. Thomas gets a piece of it. I didn't see where it went. Down the right field line presumptuously.
He jumped on that fastball. Jumped early and pulled hard.
That's 2-2.
Scrabble on deck.
Where did it go? There it is.
Where'd what go?
I found it. We'll talk about it here in a second. Thomas stands in, 2-2 the count, nobody out, 1 on. Rams on top 8-7 here in the 6th inning. We're in the top of the 6th. I think we're back to English now in the Rams dugout.
Well, I think it's
a hybrid.
It's that button's been used in there.
We're available. Oh.
Disagreement. He says pretty hot to handle. I gave him an error. Oh, he gave hit. See? I knew.
So there we go. We are all in agreement now that Zach Jones has a single. He's leading off at first. 2-2's the count on Landon Thomas. Back-to-back left-handed bats here for Mr. Leffler to face off against, and he'll check back on Jones at first. He's back safely. I understand the concern with the runner here. Of course, you're just going to continue to wear yourself out more and more this late by checking.
Yeah, runs are at a premium right now. That's for sure.
Thomas digs back in. 2-2 the count. Here comes the pitch from Leffler. That is set foul. Third base side over the batting cage.
Not going to get. Once that ball goes down that line, it usually doesn't come back. Not a lot of room down that left field line.
Hey, here's what I found. You can help make your kids' future a victory if you teach them the importance of saving today with Banterra Smart Kids Savings Account. Banterra Bank, banking with local style, member FDIC. 2-2 the count, 1 on. Nobody out in the top of the 6th. Rams up 8-7 over the Rangers.
I wonder what Montini does during the weekend here. You play and practice baseball, obviously. But
yep, you're on spring break.
A lot of hours.
2-2. They'll check on the runner.
I wonder how they get to come down here all the time. Oh.
Diocese?
Donation? Yeah, probably, or donations. Up in that area, millions to choose from.
Offering, actually, is what it means.
Offerings.
Movie plate.
Plus.
For the month of March.
Plus in
We're
March.
not making fun. I'm all for a loose plate. Especially when they go to different causes every month. 2-2's coming. This is high. Full count.
Full belt here. Tim Holloway likes to put Zach Jones in motion here at first.
Kind of lead he gets, not able to take off too far with Leffler keeping him honest, and they'll keep him honest again. He'll get back, it'll get away, he won't go far enough. Might have gotten a piece of Zach's elbow, he's checking it out.
Yeah.
Looks okay. Full count here on Landon Thomas, the lefty, who has scored every time he's been up today. Last time was of his own doing as he hit a solo shot back in the 4th. Leffler will fire. Thomas gets a piece of it right side of the infield. Couldn't see its way through. It is off of the glove of the second baseman. It'll be first and second.
Can't assume it out. I'm going to give him a hit because I don't think he throws out Thomas.
That's true. Thomas is speedy.
Don't believe he throws him out.
Zonders will head to the plate with Grant Garrett on deck. The bilingual Grant Garrett. You're in the 6th.
Single. We have an agreement on the single. That's why Love comes down here. No one of the people to keep the scorebook here for Benton.
Well, eventually, since we do enough baseball games, we'll get that accord with just about everywhere we go.
Yeah.
Since we do them all now.
Oh, yeah.
Kind of like Bo Meyer. He's asked me about Matt, too, and asked me if I enjoyed the press box. I said I did not.
We weren't there.
He said, why? I said, well, we got moved to Lakeland.
Leffler is out of the game. Has all kinds of substitutions going on now. We'll just have to roll with it here. We'll see bodies everywhere, yeah.
So we do have a final over there in the softball game. It was 11-0. They just 2-point beats Benton. Scoreboard update presented by Tony Wilt, State Farm Insurance. For all of your insurance financial service needs, it is Tony Wilt on 42nd Street and South Water Tower Place in Mount Vernon. That is a corner if you haven't figured that out. My apologies for not describing it well enough. But you can find them online. Get directions at TonyWilt.com. Walk in, call in, or click in like a good neighbor. State Farm is there. Tony's there. Might be right now. If you see that red Jeep, stop in.
Okay.
It might not be. I didn't know
Number 10 is Martin Ward. He's coming in the first.
While you think about that, why don't we go ahead and pause for station identification? This is Rams Radio.
You're listening to Rams Baseball on AM 940 WMIX, Mount Vernon, Effingham, Terre Haute, and online at mywithersradio.com. A free service from Withers Broadcasting.
Big fan of Terre Haute.
Yeah.
Odds in the action, of course, is we have a visit in the mound presented to you by Ford Square and King City Chrysler. So we're the best ever rested Mount Vernon.
All right.
What do you got for us?
I'm getting there. Garrett will pitch. Hughes will leave first and go catch. That will bring in Ward into first base. And Johnston will slide over from short to third.
Johnston was already at third.
And Leffler, no, he was.
Yeah, he was.
Leffler pitching. Johnston was at third, short. Johnston slides to third. Well, because of Childers.
Right.
But Johnson ends up at third anyway, and Leffler goes to short.
Gotcha.
So Hughes is the normal catcher, and Ward will come in at first. So with Leffler staying in, the outfield doesn't look like it changed. They're all kneeling in center field. Let's see, who would he come in for? Benton did not use a DH.
No.
Oh, Dakota Head goes out, and Ward comes in the original spot in the order that was occupied by Mason Childers.
There you go.
So Martin Ward will come in at fourth in the lineup if I have it figured out right. So now it's Garrett throwing to Hughes with Martin Ward at first. Smith still at second. Leffler now goes to third, short. Johnston still at third. And the Rams have first and second and nobody out here in the sixth. As I'll figure out the line on Mr. Leffler.
Makes perfect sense to me.
Did you figure it out by chance?
Yeah. Okay. I followed you. So what we have here, as you said, Ethan Hughes slides from first to catcher. Martin Ward will be the new first baseman. As a pitcher, Garrett actually ends up at shortstop. Or actually, the pitcher Leffler ends up at shortstop. Garrett is your new pitcher, originally the catcher. Johnson went to third, replacing Mason Childers after he was ejected from the ballgame back in the fourth. Outfield remains the same, unscathed. And Cody Smith, reliable there at third base, has not moved.
For Leffler's line here.
All right. Zonders will stand in.
I got it whenever we have time.
All right. We'll see when Garrett offers on the first pitch. It'll be out of the stretch as the right-hander comes in relief of Leffler with 2 on and nobody out in the sixth. Top half of the inning, it's 8-7 Rams. Zonders will show bunt, pull back at the first pitch strike. Runners have to stay put.
So the Rams are seeing pitcher ace number 2 and pitcher number 1 in Leffler and Garrett in that respective order here today.
Ben wants this one.
Oh, yeah.
Obvious reason.
Helps them as far as seeding in regional with the regional area with DuPont and Pinckneyville.
Yes, sir. Off of a back-to-back sectional finalist, as Zonders going to pull the bunt back. He falls behind 0-2. What's the line?
Line for Leffler went 5 innings, 9 hits, 8 runs, all earned, 3 walks, 5 strikeouts. Has a chance to be the loser, cannot be the winner. Unless Benton gets a bunch of runs, actually cannot be the winner. Nope. He can only be the loser or no decision.
Yes, sir. Runners on first and second, 0-2 count on the right-handed batter, Zane Zonders. Garrett will look back. He'll fire home. Off take ground ball. It's foul down the third base side. It'll be 0-2 again. Done with that. I'm done with that. I want to know who will be our Community First Bank of the Heartland Player of the Game. 5 Jefferson County branches in responsive quality service for all of your accounts. Community First Bank would like to be the first to say, welcome back to personal banking. Member FDIC, equal housing lender. With nothing in 2, the count here to Zane. Scrabble, as we've started to call him. Do that triple word score if you play the proper nouns.
If he gets in the right spot on the Scrabble board, he racks up some points.
I bet he does. Garrett, what's he going to offer? Here it comes. Off speed that time to get Zonders. The runners were going. And a throw will get away. So he, too, will allow Zach Jones to score. Heading to third will be Mr. Thomas.
Don't know what happened there, Chris, but Hughes stood up to throw, and he threw it to the foul side of third base, and that will go as the 4th Benton error and allow the 9th Rams run to score. So now it's 9-7.
Interesting.
I don't know what happened there. He stood up, and, I mean, it wasn't like Zonders was in his way. Zonders was walking toward the dugout, and I don't know if it stuck in his hand or what, but it ended up toward Coach Holloway more than did third base.
That was the first out of the inning, and Garrett stands in with a runner on third, so an RBI chance with 1 out and a 1-0 count now, as that was in the dirt to Grant.
Interesting.
Very.
High school baseball played by teenagers and amateurs.
Anything can happen any given time.
Speaking of time.
Yeah, there you go. Hey, here's what I want to know. And it's not who's going to be the. I do want to know who's going to be the player of the game, but will Thomas come around to score and get his 4th run today? Anytime he's reached, he's scored. Here it comes. Garrett will send it the opposite way. That'll let the skin of the grass take a wild hop, so Thomas will come around to score on what proves to be yet another run batted in for Grant Garrett. He has 5 runs batted in today.
10 runs, 10 hits for the Rams. They now lead 10-7 on the RBI single on that broken bat base hit at the next level.
Right, here's what you have. You have quite a few contenders for your POG.
Garrett has drove in 5 today, Grant Garrett.
Yeah. Just said that.
Wow.
Snuck it in there on you. So 1 out, a runner on first for Colin Young. He was plunked his last at-bat back in the 5th. Stands in here in the 6th with the Rams on top 10-7. It's a 3-run lead as they'll check on the runner at first. And back safely is your courtesy runner, Mr. Ellis.
I'm not texting, so I was wondering. I'm working.
Uh-oh.
Yeah.
We had an unauthorized rider in your Bob Carpenter book.
Yeah, unauthorized. There can be things done at work to take care of that.
It's outside. I just want to know to
Colin. Mailbox messed with.
How about Bob Carpenter? In 1992, he was nominated. I already said that. That's the first game of the year I said that.
Ooh.
Already starting to replay. Here comes. They'll check on the runner.
We need Wikipedia.
Did you know that Bob Carpenter was the host of the 1990 Hall of Fame induction ceremony when Joe Morgan and Jim Palmer were inducted into Cooperstown? Better yet, did you care? I'm going to go with probably not. What you do care about is the Rams are on top 10-7 with 1 on and 1 out. For Colin Young with a 1-0 count. Takes high again, 2-0.
2-0.
2-0.
Very impressive here by Mount Vernon. You're playing number 1 and number 2 for Benton and doing an outstanding job.
You're up 3.
Looking for more.
That you are. Can't stay settled. Don't be satisfied. Here comes the 2-0, and Young gets a piece of it, sends it the opposite way. Waiting for it is Gibbs. He'll make the graph.
Second out of the inning. Pat the bat up. Needs to get something on the column.
He is a lot like Pat.
Yes.
Of course, the name's Pat, so that helps.
That helps. Big burly guy. Big burly kid.
Same initials.
Yeah.
Gee. Pat the bat. 0 for 3 today, but that could change in a hurry. And with 2 outs and a runner aboard here in the top of the 6th, they'll check on the courtesy runner.
Oh, wow.
I thought they got him.
I think they got him. Coach Blondie thought they got him. I thought they got him.
He thought they got him. She thought they got him.
Everybody thought they got him, but one person that counted, and that's the only one that matters.
I didn't see it. I was screened by feet.
Out by the length of a hand.
The thigh. Runner's going, swung on a miss, and that second base safely is Tyler Ellis.
That's a big run out there, Chris. If you can get that, that'll put you up 4. Big run here. Rangers scramble some more bodies down the line to throw. Dakota Head, who came out of the game, who came in for Childers, now sprints down the line. He's going to go warm up in the pen.
Head a freshman? Or is he a sophomore?
Sophomore, I believe. No, maybe a freshman. I have to remember. Sophomore. He's a sophomore.
Here comes the pitch to Bradford. He'll lay off. Like an updated count. I think you have forgotten it.
Yeah, scoreboard's falling behind. 1-1?
I have 1-2.
What I thought it was.
So 1-2 the count unofficially. To Bradford. Garrett will fire. Here it comes. Off speed that time. Runner's going, so we must have been wrong.
Oh.
Might have been 2-1. Either way, I have 3 pitches to Bradford.
Yeah. Something's up. Stolen base there that time. The Rams kicking on their stealing shoes here. They've stolen a couple here on Ethan Hughes. He came in the game.
Not very courteous.
Well, you know, Mount Vernon didn't run on much on Garrett before they're running on Hughes.
Huh.
Need a base hit. Get up 4 runs.
2 outs here in the 6th. Rams are up 3. Oh, wow. It is 10-7.
Hello.
2-2 or full count?
Who knows?
I had 3 pitches back when we were wondering.
I had 3 pitches 6 pitches ago.
Yeah. 2-2 unofficially with 2 out. Here comes. Pat gets a piece of it, fouls it off. And a runner on third base with 2 gone. We're in the top of the 6th inning where the Rams have scored 3 runs to unlock the tie. But don't forget, you have the meat of the order coming up for the Rangers in the home half of the 6th. Who's going to pitch for the Rams? I think we have an indication. That's going to miss low and away. So Flipboard was right the entire time. I'm the one to tie. Full count.
Well, you've had all those meetings today.
How about that? I've had some meetings.
You've had meetings. Yeah. I've had. Sometimes those meetings emit things that you don't want to have.
They're exhausting. As walk through on the full count. That'll do it through 5.5. It's 10-7 Rams. This is Mount Vernon Baseball on WMIX.
68 teams, one dream, one champion.
Smith right wing for three. Bring it up. Second triple for Nolan Smith. Duke back on top, 26-24.
The NCAA tournament is on. Westwood 1. Catch every bounce, basket, and buzzer beater right here.
Don't miss the Final Four on Withers Broadcasting's WMIX 94.1 FM.
Hello, this is Hunt Bonin with People's National Bank. People's National Bank is a proud, local, family-owned bank. For over 100 years, we have been serving the people of Southern Illinois. We try our best every day to ensure that our customers get what is best for them and what they need. Stop by one of our 2 Mount Vernon locations today and see what banking with a true community bank is all about. People's National Bank, member FDIC.
This is your home for Rams Radio, WMIX.
And we welcome you back to Uvalde Field in Benton, home half of the 6th inning. It'll be 2, 3, and 4. Tyler Leffler, Trey Garrett, and Martin Ward, we believe. As the Rams now a new pitcher, it'll be Zach Jones to take over in relief on what has been pitching by committee today. Over to short, we'll move Matt Williams. To second base will go Zane Zonders. So you have the familiar triangle by the Ram defense.
Yeah. Outfield stays the same. Jones in. Zonders went 2 innings, gave up 2 hits, 2 runs, neither one earned. No walks, 1 strikeout. He, right now, stands to be... No, actually, if Jones can do some things, he would stand to be the winner here. He's coming in at the bottom of this inning. Funny tweet.
That's weird.
Isn't it?
Yeah, he stands to be the
winning
pitcher.
Because he came in the inning, they scored runs.
Him get the save. 10-7 your scores. Leffler leads us off, and it'll be blown away.
Isn't that right?
I'm not arguing. I'm just saying it's unusual.
Because he was not the pitcher of record in the 6th.
No, you're right. I'm just saying.
I guess.
Used to him in a closing capacity. Not having the chance for the win. Might pick up the vulture today as it's 1-0 to Leffler. Ground ball. Great stop by Zonders. Picks it up, fires in time.
Key there at second. If you can smother it and knock it down, you have time to get an out. And that's exactly what Zonders did, sliding over.
Cool breeze. I like it.
Around the 6 o'clock hour in the spring, usually when things get chilly, 6:15.
6:18 even. 1 out, nobody aboard here for Trey Garrett. Now the pitcher stands to be the losing pitcher at this point. Takes it low and away. Don't want to jinx it, though.
You know, technically, since Zonders threw the last inning, he stands to be the winner at this point. He threw 2.
Yeah.
So now Mr. Jones is on for the save.
As Garrett hops that. It falls for a base hit to the right, gets to the wall. Great relay in. I didn't see it at all, to be honest.
It was over right center field. You don't have to whisper. Everybody's hearing you.
I know.
And that ball was one hopped off the right center field wall. Garrett reaches. No courtesy runner here for Garrett. And that will bring in 7 for Mr. Ward. That will be Nathan Higgins. So the 4th spot in the order for the Rangers reads like a box running out of room. All kinds of names have been in there. Higgins pinch hitting now for Ward. And Ward will probably re-enter back at first.
See what happens with Magnum. As Jones will fire right down central from strike 1 to Higgins. What was Higgins? Was he Magnum PI's man? What was he? Like a servant, or was he just like the rich next-door neighbor?
Next-door neighbor, wasn't he?
I think so. I don't know why I was fading on that. There's 0-1 is the count to Nathan Higgins. Runner on second base and 1 out here for the Rangers in the home half of the 6th. It's 10-7. Rams on top. Jones will fire, and that's going to be a ground ball to short. Williams picks it up without a problem. Fires the first in time. 2 away.
Trade out. There's a runner to third. 2 outs now.
Banterra's mobile banking. You can check your accounts online right from the bleachers. Banterra Bank, banking with local style. Member FDIC.
I think that would be right. Yeah, Zonders last one to pitch, and Mount Vernon got runs. Yeah. He would stand to be the winner. If I talk that over again, try to sell myself on that.
Sell indeed, as that brings up Jared Johnston with 2 outs and a runner on third. Ground ball, you guessed it, to short. Williams will pick it up, fire across the diamond, and in time. Great grab by Flota. And we are through 6, still 10-7 Rams. This is Mount Vernon Baseball on WMIX.
America is a nation on wheels. Everyone has at least one automobile. We use them for shopping, work, everything we do. But they can be a threat. Some accidents can't be prevented. Your professional Pekin Insurance Agency, Page Insurance on Crown View in Mount Vernon, can help protect you from a large financial loss when an accident happens. Call Page Insurance today at 242-7000 about low-cost auto insurance from Pekin Insurance. Ask them about the many money-saving discounts that are available. Depend on your hometown professionals.
Pekin Insurance.
If you want a successful business, you need good partners. And if your need is printing, you won't find better partners than Mark and Carrie Smith.
Helping people is what we love.
But we need help with our financing.
That's why the Smiths and hundreds of local businesses trust Banterra. Banterra is the area's #1 financial partner, offering commercial loans, treasury management, and remote deposit services. With Banterra as your partner, you can concentrate on what you do best. Banterra, banking with local style.
Equal housing lender, member FDIC.
Back to Rams baseball, powered by Banterra Bank.
And we welcome you back to Uvalde Field. We head to the top of the 7th with the bottom of the order coming up for the Rams, who have a 10-7 lead over the Rangers. Trevor Flota, Matt Williams, Clayton Reeves due up here in the 7th, as we may have had a lineup issue for the Rangers.
Yeah, Jared Johnston will have to come in from third as they could. They were trying to put somebody else in and couldn't get it done based on the lineup. And Jared Johnston will come in. I'm going to take my headphones off and listen.
There you go. Of course, we remind you, Rams baseball, as always, is presented by Banterra Bank. Long-time voice of the Rams here on WMIX. Let's get technical about going green. Banterra offers free online bill pay and online statement. Banterra Bank, banking with local style, member FDIC. And it'll be 7, 8, 9 coming. Florida, Williams, Reeves. Zach Jones, if anybody gets aboard. The Rams have been fairly productive at all spots in the order. Most, anyway.
Okay.
What do we get there?
I haven't figured out. They tried to bring Head in back into the position that he was already in, and he can't do that, subbing for himself. So now, Jared Johnston, who never threw a warm-up pitch, will get 7 warm-ups and will start here the 7th. Kind of puts him in a tough bind, the way things work out. Whoops. Yep. Because Head was warming up, ready to come in, and they can't get him in subbing because of that situation. So Johnston has to go in to pitch. Harrison has to stay in. Remember, he pinched hit, so he's got to stay in at third base. So Jared Johnston will now pitch, and Trey Garrett will have to go back and catch as Hughes is out. Actually, Hughes goes back into first. Take that back. Ward out, Hughes back to first, and Garrett will go back in behind the plate. Well, that's one of those deals when missubstitution happens. When you start moving people around, and you end up with a guy not warmed up.
Could be interesting.
Sometimes that happens.
Who's at third?
Higgins is at third.
That's right.
Hughes moves in, back to first. Garrett goes there, and Johnson comes in because they had nowhere to put Head in the lineup.
What a tangled web that has been woven.
Yep, and they tried to put Head in back for himself, and it don't work that way.
Not typically. As the first pitch to Flota misses inside, ball 1. Rams could use some insurance here because you never feel safe at this ballpark against a hard-hitting team like this. Flota fouling off, even to count up. Goes to the third base dugout. 1 ball, 1 strike. We're at the top of the 7th. 10-7 is your Ram lead. Flota will dig back in, ready to go. The right-hander matching up against the right-hander Johnson. Gets a piece of it to third. Higgins will pick it up and fire across the
Always
line.
amazed that, Chris, in a game of baseball, Higgins comes in the game right at third base. First time he stepped in, that ball finds him right out of the gate. There's our friend again on the index circle.
Showed bunt and then hit a home run.
Yeah, show bunt and hit a ball 330
That's all he's
feet.
ever done, so nobody knew he was capable of it.
Yeah, I didn't know he could swing.
Take one low. Just want to know.
He did take an interesting route on a fly ball earlier in the game. Had to buy a tank of gas the way he took the route to the fly ball, but he made the catch.
High this time to Williams, 2-0. Reeves on deck with Jones to follow, top of the order.
Hey, if you're Mount Vernon, you got to get a look here at Jared Johnson, make sure he throws. He's just coming in throwing pretty good here.
Yeah, strike on the inside corner to Williams. 2 balls and a strike to Matty with 1 out, nobody aboard here in the 7th. 10-7 is your Ram lead as they look for win number 7 on the year. That is sent foul in a hurry.
Hello.
Get out of the way of that one. 2-2 if you can.
I got post.
Better have quick reaction.
I got post. Bobby Blondie moving into the dugout now as he was on the outside, got fired upon.
2-2's coming. That's going to be sent to short. Leffler will have issues, and that'll be an A6 to allow Williams to get aboard.
He laid back and was trying to let the ball come to him, but it bounced up in his glove, and it cost him. But the ball play him. That's the 5th Ranger error by our count today.
Very atypical.
Very atypical of a Brett Blondie team.
I'll bring up Clayton Reeves. Homered his last at bat. Reached on an error back in the 4th. See what Johnson will offer to Clayton Reeves with the runner on first and one out here in the 7th. Now the stretch will come the right-hander. He'll fire. Reeves will show bunt. And he is out of first.
Good sack bunt. I laugh because Clayton is always up some 2-3 on the sack. Moves the runner in the second base.
I like what the umpire Kevin Hall did there. He was all over it. There might have been some thought that maybe he had run into the ball in fair territory, and said nothing, no contact. The play resumed. It ended up being a 2-3 sacrifice. But down to second goes Matt Williams for Zach Jones. 2 away now in the 7th. Still 10-7. Rams on top here, trying to get the win at Benton. As Jones will take it high, 1-0.
Effingham Hart coming tomorrow.
Is that who it is?
Yes. Effingham tomorrow. Montini Wednesday.
We got a couple days at home before back on the road.
Back-to-back private institutions this week.
Yep. As they will throw behind the runner. Backing up the play wisely was Leffler coming up with a dangerous play.
You got Garrett who can get it down there with his strong arm, and Leffler and Smith have played short second for 150 years together. They know how to work it.
2-0's the count here on Zach Jones, and they will check back to second again. You think about how good this team would be.
Yeah.
With Ryan Roper.
Yep. Ryan Roper's in this class. He did junior. Fill in underneath.
Next one's on the way. 2-1 becomes a strike outside to the left-handed Jones. 2 balls and a strike.
And to reverse that, when these were sophomores, you had Reed Roper with that senior group that was they were tough.
2-1 now. Fouled somewhere. Lost with the sun. It'll be 2 balls and 2 strikes to Jones. He singled and scored his last time up back to the 6th. Count is 2-2. Wow. Sun's just in the right spot to be dangerous. Even with shades on, it's Zach with a piece of that. It's going to be caught on the run by Higgins. So there go the Rams here in the top of the 7th. We head to the home half. Rams up 10-7. This is Mount Vernon Baseball on WMIX.
If your definition of local is Southern Illinois and adjacent states, pay no attention to this message. Hi, I'm Joe David Cummins, President of Community First Bank. Others advertise the message of being a local community bank. However, Community First Bank is the only local community bank exclusively serving Jefferson County with 5 locations and 5 ATMs. In short, loans and deposits stay local and benefit you.
Community First Bank with locations in Mount Vernon, Woodlawn, Dix, and Ina. Welcome back to Personal Banking. Member FDIC, Equal Housing Lender.
Here's Jeff Schmidt for Schmidt Chevrolet of Mount Vernon.
With spring coming, we've loaded up on the Chevy Camaro. The Chevy Camaro is a classic car. You may remember driving one in your youth. And now they ride better, they look better, they're safer with airbags surrounding you, anti-lock brakes, stability control. You get the looks of what you remember, the power, and a lot better ride and much more safety. It is a beautiful car.
Schmidt Chevrolet of Mount Vernon, 3423 Broadway in Mount Vernon.
For more content, like WMIX Sports on Facebook. Back to the Rams on WMIX.
And we welcome you back to Rams Baseball. We head to the bottom of the 7th inning. Last chance for the Rangers. They trail the Rams 10-7. Rams Baseball, as you know, presented by Banterra Bank. Where you can lead off the season with a Banterra Bank free checking account. Banterra Bank is banking with local style. Hughes, Johnson, and Gibbs due up here for the Rangers. 6, 7, and 8 as they are on to face Zach Jones, who pitched very well back in the 6th inning to induce some ground balls to give up a double to Trey Garrett, but that's to be expected. Got a 4-3 and a 6-3 and a 6-3 to get out of the inning, as we'll see what happens with Ethan Hughes to start. Low and away, missing 1-0.
Saw a tweet, and I just shake my head. I just absolutely shake my head. But
as we await the 1-0, here it comes. Ooh, catches inside that time. 1 ball, 1 strike to Hughes, who's 1 for 3 today.
Being reported, there's been a hire in college basketball in the state of Illinois.
Oh, good Lord. 1-1's coming. Ooh, this is low and away. 2-1. It was low.
SIU has reportedly hired Barry Henson.
No. 2-1's coming.
Oh, that's no better,
Fouled off.
in my opinion. It's strictly my opinion, not the view of the radio station, obviously, but Illinois looking at John Gross from Ohio. You got to be careful with that flavor of the tournament, folks. I've had experience with that, and it doesn't work.
2-2's coming. On the record, radio-wise, I'm excited about Barry Henson. Full count.
Yes.
Can't wait. Love my Saluki basketball. Full count offering with Hughes being a starter, and that'll be ripped into right for a leadoff base hit.
That is the 12th Ranger hit of the game on 7 runs. And
didn't Barry Henson used to be... No, he didn't. Never mind.
Yeah, say it.
He used to be at Southwest?
Yeah.
When it was still Southwest?
Yep. Moved out, came back, now back in the Valley. What? Yeah.
All right.
Okay.
I was thinking it was that Barry Henson.
That is being reported. Not official, but it's reportedly that Barry Henson's been hired.
Scott Johnson will stand in, runner on first, nobody out here, the 7th. Fastball high for Jones, it's 1-0. 10-7 is your score. The Rams hanging on to a 3-run lead with the dangerous Rangers here in the home half of this 7th inning. Jones will look in, he'll fire. That's going to be sent into right field. We'll gauge by the crowd reaction if Reeves makes the grab.
He did. 1 out.
1 away. I'll bring up Gibbs with a runner on first and 1 gone.
Have to take the reaction. Rangers down their final 2 outs now.
Tried to have the home runs earlier, and that hasn't paid off.
Yeah, what a nice win here from Mount Vernon to get against the 1 and the 2 from Benton.
It stays in play. Gibbs stands in, takes it on the outside corner, 0-1. He's 1 for 3 today as well. Singled to the third, but it's blown out to left, back in the first and the 5th. Cameron Rock to follow here for the Rangers. With 1 out, bottom of the 7th, still a 10-7 Ram lead. Jones. Ooh, just missed outside. 1-1.
Just outside.
We believe Jones. We believe the wind belongs to Zonders.
Yeah.
It's a save. It would be a save situation.
Yes, for the Jones.
Almost preferred that way. Not to take away a win from Zach, but like so many saves he could pile up here in the year. It's a very effective reliever for the Rams. Small lead off to first base, and that is right down central, fattest part of the plate for strike 2. 1-2 to Gibbs.
Johnson got caught, got fooled.
Courtesy run, of course, is that Gus Gibbs. Did I write that down right?
Oh, Gibbs. Gus Gibbs, yeah, both brothers.
Yeah. This ground ball will do it. It's to second base. Saunders fires it short. Stop Williams, who's covering the second base back, so it'll just be 1 away on the 4-6.
Now the Rangers are down their final out. Cameron Rock.
All up to Rock with 2 away and a runner on first base, trailing 10-7. Because here's the thing.
Think of this?
Yeah. Okay. I don't know that this. Fastball low, but it's to a shorter Cameron Rock. It's 0-1.
Rock tried to squat underneath that one. Couldn't do it. Squatting Rock doesn't work.
Because you figure, as we get the next one, low and away, 1-1, you figure the win has to be Thames, because it would have been if you took him out prior to the at-bat.
Right.
Or during.
We'll check on break if we get to that situation.
If we have a chance to catch anybody.
Right.
That pop foul. And down to their final strike of the Rangers with count 1 and 2 here on Rock. Runners on first base. And what a good win this would be, because you've seen some of the... We've played one common opponent. And again, especially with baseball, we tell you basketball, you can't read into that. You especially can't with baseball, pitching matchups and the like. But didn't know how this would go, especially with these fences. Soft dribbler to short, could be trouble. Williams pick up, fire, ooh, just missed the glove of Flota. But that'll keep the inning alive for the Rangers. They'll have runners at the corners on the E6.
That's the third error on Mount Vernon. 8 errors in the game between the two teams. Keeps inning alive. That's all it did off the end of the bat. Had a lot of spin. Williams didn't look like he picked it up with a good grip and threw it over there wide to the right field side of first base. Flota couldn't get to it, and Benton's alive with first and third, and the tying run at the plate, and Cody Smith.
And if you're the pitcher, you can't be faced by this.
No.
You've got to come back and try to get the leadoff hitter, Cody Smith.
And then Mount Vernon will set their first and third defense here.
Can't be paced. Sometimes things happen behind you or don't happen behind you. And
yeah,
we'll have to go back at it here. Cody Smith stands in with runners in the corners, 2 out, bottom of the 7th. He represents the tying run. It's a 10-7 ball game. Jones looks for the runner on third, fires home. First pitch strike. High fastball that time. Worked it in.
Worked ahead. Got ahead. That's key.
See the type of pitch selection we see from Jones. 0-1's coming. Fastball again. Looked like he caught the outside of the at that time, trying to locate that fastball. Nothing to do.
Cody Smith looked like he was guessing something else. He was kind of bouncing in the box on that pitch. Was off balance. Getting down again to their final strike.
The Rams looking to improve to 7-1. This would be Benton's first loss if it holds true here with 2 outs and 2 strikes in the bottom of 7th. The next one's on the way. It's outside. It'll be 1-2.
Good waste pitch. Good job by Garrett behind the plate to make that snag, cross over his body, and he'll go out and talk to the pitcher and make sure they're on the same page.
Again, what do we say when things like that happen? It gives you confidence in your catcher to come with a pitch like that again if you have to.
Oh, yeah.
Which usually that's earlier in the game. 10-7 here in the home half of the 7th inning. Rangers have had some impressive wins along the way. Let's see what happens here. Oh, just missed on another fastball. It's 2-2.
You got to be careful how you ask. Craig, what did the umpire say? Are you sure it was there?
2 outs, runners from the corners here. Tying runs the plate. That'll be a strike to end the ball game. So backwards K by Zach Jones. And that'll do it for this one. The Rams win this one 10-7. We'll tell you about it at the Bean Insurance postgame show. It's coming up next. This is Rams Baseball on WMIX.
If you want a successful business, you need good partners. And if your need is printing, you won't find better partners than Mark and Carrie Smith.
Helping people is what we love.
But we need help with our financing.
That's why the Smiths and hundreds of local businesses trust Banterra. Banterra is the area's #1 financial partner, offering commercial loans, treasury management, and remote deposit services. With Banterra as your partner, you can concentrate on what you do best. Banterra, banking with local style.
Equal housing lender, member FDIC.
It's back and better than ever. Red Lake College Golf Outlet's Super Demo Day on Saturday, April 7th. Major manufacturers' representatives will be on hand to answer any questions about your favorite equipment, plus free balls and fittings. You can test the best golf equipment in the industry. Plus, RLC has outrageous sales all day, including some new drivers, TaylorMade RBZ, Cleveland Classic, and Adams Fast 12, all for just $2.99 each. Save on a short game. Mizuno JPX 800 HD or Adams A12 OS irons, just $6.99. Callaway Razor XHL irons, just $5.99. Or play the percentages. 20% off all in-stock Ping K15 Series clubs or Callaway shoes. Also, 30% off select name brand bags. And for one day only, all clothing is 20% off. See how you can get some name brand clubs for up to half off. Come test the latest and greatest equipment and enjoy free hot dogs and soft drinks at Super Demo Day, Saturday, April 7th from 10 a.m. till 4 p.m. at the Red Lake College Golf Outlet off of Potomac Boulevard in Mount Vernon.
Your heart health is too important to ignore, and St. Mary's Good Samaritan wants to help educate you about your heart risk factors before it's too late. So mark your calendar and tell your friends about the upcoming St. Mary's Good Samaritan Heart Expo and Health Fair on Saturday, March 24th from 8 a.m. to 11 a.m. at the Holiday Inn in Mount Vernon. You'll have a chance to have a heart risk profile blood test completed for just $30, as well as a number of free health screenings, a chance to learn your diabetes risk, find out more about the link between sleep problems and heart disease, and much more. To reduce wait times for blood testing, you are encouraged to pre-register now by calling 1-888-257-6098. That's 1-888-257-6098. For most accurate results, be sure to fast for 8 hours prior to blood testing. Do it for your health. Attend the St. Mary's Good Samaritan Heart Expo and Health Fair on Saturday, March 24th from 8 a.m. to 11 a.m.
Hi, Roy Schmidt, Dodge dealer, King City Chrysler, Mount Vernon. When we hear our customers talk about the Ram 1500 full-size truck, we hear adjectives like tough, hard worker, legendary, extremely durable, just to name a few. The 2012 Ram 1500 stands up to all types of work, from hauling rock in the rock quarries to tailgating at rock concerts. The Ram pickup stands up to every job, not backing down from any. And the best part is the great incentives available right now on remaining 2011 Ram models. We have 2011 Rams that MSRP for $38,460 that we are selling for $31,210. Great truck, great price. Come into King City Chrysler at 1603 Broadway in Mount Vernon, Illinois, and see one of our sales professionals today, where you can count on us.
If I could change anything, you know what I'd change? I'd make it a law that if you tell someone to have a nice day, you really have to mean it. 100%.
Making your day better than it started out is what makes Erie Insurance above all in service. Auto, home, business, and life. Your Erie agent is waiting for you. And have a nice day.
Your Erie agent in Mount Vernon is the Bean Insurance Agency. Get a quote at beaninsurance.net.
This is Mount Vernon Rams Baseball on WMIX. The Bean Insurance postgame show starts now.
And welcome back to Uvalde Field. It's Benton City Park. The Mount Vernon Rams win this one 10-7 over the Rangers. The Rams are now 7-1 on the year. The Rangers are now 5-1. And Bean Insurance is an independent agency that can do the insurance shopping for you. Bean Insurance has multiple top insurance companies from which to choose with great rates for your family. Give them a call at 244-BEAN. That number is 244-BEAN. Chris Hugo with Danny Czerwinski alongside Danny. A big win here for the Rams today. And I know you're thinking, not you, rhetorical you, of course. Some might be thinking, well, it's a 2A team. You should win this one every time. I don't buy into necessarily as much to classes in baseball just because if you have the talent, you have the talent. Benton has a lot of talent, especially a great senior class that can really hit the ball. And they did today, but not enough to take over the Mount Vernon Rams, who get the big win here tonight.
And you have to be impressed because Benton brought their aces at us. You know, they threw Leffler, who's their number 2, and Garrett, who's their number 1, along with Johnson last inning, but the 10 runs that Mount Vernon got were off the number 1 and 2 pitchers of Benton. And again, very nice performance by Mount Vernon. Got out early, trailed, got ahead, Benton battled back, tied it up, and then Mount Vernon was able to get back in the win and start to another good week as Mount Vernon gets a win here in the opener.
That they do. Let's see. Let's tell you that chances are you're paying too much for auto insurance. Discounts away to Bean Insurance. But you won't know how much you can possibly save until you give them a call. Bean Insurance, 244-BEAN. That's 244-BEAN. Chris Hugo with Danny Czerwinski alongside. We owe you the Heartland Accounting postgame stats. Certified, of course, by Heartland Accounting.
We're ready to go here. Mount Vernon had 10 runs, 10 hits, 3 errors. Benton had 7 runs on 12 hits, 5 errors. The winning pitcher in the game that we suspect, and if this changes, we'll Facebook and tweet it later, is Zane Zonders. He came in the 4th and 5th and was the pitcher of record in the 6th when Mount Vernon got their 3 runs to take the lead 10-7. Your losing pitcher, Tyler Leffler, he went 5 innings and a loss. Zach Jones gets another save. He came in the 6th and 7th to get the hold and then the save in the 2 innings of work as Mount Vernon goes to 7-1 on the season, and Benton drops to 5-1. The Rams scored in 4 of the 7 innings at the plate, scored 2 in the first, 4 in the second, 1 in the fourth, and 3 in the sixth. Benton scored 3 in the first, 2 in the second, 2 in the fourth. But were shut out over the final 3 innings as the Rangers stranded in the game. 9 runners, Mount Vernon stranded only 6.
There you have it.
In the Mount Vernon win.
When we come back, we'll have your Community First Bank and the Heartland Player of the Game here on the Bean Insurance Postgame Show. Those are your Heartland Accounting Postgame stats. Get started right. Let Heartland Accounting help make your business a success. Heartland Accounting, 3000 Broadway, Suite 2B. Your small business expert. We'll take a break. Come back with that Player of the Game here on the Bean Insurance Postgame Show. 10-7 your final. The Rams pick up win number 7. This is Rams Baseball on WMIX.
It happens every spring. You need a great quality vehicle. That's where Second Chance Auto comes in. Family owned for the past 32 years. Second Chance Auto has been the cure for spring new car fever. No one has a better selection of vehicles priced under $10,000. Almost all their vehicles come with a generous 3-month, 3,000-mile warranty. There are no dock fees, no shipping fees, and no processing fees like those new car dealerships. Just low prices. Second Chance Auto, Route 142 East in Mount Vernon. Call 244-4582. Second Chance Auto.
If your definition of local is Southern Illinois and adjacent states, pay no attention to this message. Hi, I'm Joe David Cummins, President of Community First Bank. Others advertise the message of being a local community bank. However, Community First Bank is the only local community bank exclusively serving Jefferson County with 5 locations and 5 ATMs. In short, loans and deposits stay local and benefit you.
Community First Bank with locations in Mount Vernon, Woodlawn, Dix, and Ina. Welcome back to Personal Banking. Member FDIC, Equal Housing Lender.
For more insight, follow us on Twitter at 94Sports. Back to the Rams on WMIX.
And we welcome you back to the Bean Insurance postgame show here from Baldy Field at the Benton City Park, where the Mount Vernon Rams pick up a big win on the road today over the Benton Rangers. Your final score, the Mount Vernon 10, the Benton Rangers 7. Time now for your Community First Bank of the Heartland players of the game. For their effort today, Landon Thomas and Grant Garrett are your players of the game today, a combined 6 of 7 from the plate. 2 home runs between them, 5 runs scored, and 7 runs batted in between the 2 players. So great offensive day for both Landon Thomas and Grant Garrett out there.
Very nice day overall. Come down and get a win against a very good 2A team, and Mount Vernon goes to 7-1 on the season.
That they do. We're back on the air tomorrow against the Effingham Flaming Hearts, the Mount Vernon Rams back at home. Brennan Klein Memorial Field, 4:15 pregame, 4:30 first pitch. Same dial location, same web location, AM 940 and MyWithersRadio.com. For Denny Czerwinski, for Jesse Clark back to the studio, for everyone at Withers Broadcasting, on behalf of our sponsors, thank you for listening to Mount Vernon Rams Baseball. With your final score, the Mount Vernon Rams 10, the Benton Rangers 7. I'm Chris Hugo. Good night from Franklin County.
Thank you for listening to Mount Vernon Rams Baseball on WMIX and online at MyWithersRadio.com. Rams Baseball has been presented by the official voice of the Mount Vernon Rams, Banterra Bank. Banking with local style. The Mount Vernon Rams on WMIX are also sponsored in part by Ford Square and King City Chrysler. You can count on us, Community First Bank of the Heartland. Welcome back to Personal Banking. State Farm Insurance Agent Tony Wilt. Like a good neighbor, State Farm is there. Second Chance Auto. Good Samaritan Regional Health Center. Raising a hospital. Raising the bar. Schmidt Chevrolet of Mount Vernon. Rend Lake College. Visit your virtual counselor at rlc.edu. And also by the Orthopedic Center of Southern Illinois, Heartland Accounting, All Stars and Stitches, Bean Insurance, Central Christian Church, and People's National Bank. Your home for news, talk, sports, and America's best music. WMIX.